Yes, my people. Blessings, good morning. You understand? You know, so this morning, early in the morning, we're going to record the Running African. You understand? So do the right thing, people. Click the free subscribe button. Click the notification bell. Do the right thing. You understand? Knowledge is key.
Known as iPhone. I mean, we're everywhere. And of course, we're also streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, right, Peter? Yeah, man. So we're streaming live. And if you go to any one of our platforms, you will see what's happening. Social media team out and stunting.
Yes. Are we also on IG? It's
yeah, YouTube, man. Any one of our platforms. IG, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, X. I mean, no X. Yeah. We are there and you can see what's happening on the ground. But Kabu, it's a good feeling to be back in Belmont.
Back in Bluefields, back in Belmont. That's quite okay. Back at the Peter TOSH Memorial Gardens. Not quite sure how much you're seeing, but we're standing as usual next to the Peter TOSH Mausoleum. Of course, we're going to be taking you across the Memorial Park as the morning goes on. But one thing is very, very obvious, and we're going to be starting right there, is that Melissa, yes. Hurricane Melissa, has done just as you've heard, a number on Westmoreland, on Belmont, and Bluefields in particular. And we have come to the place and to the space, material manifestation point, and it is 4 months after. But believe me, we are seeing the devastation across Westmoreland, the devastation across Belmont, Bluefields, but we are also seeing the extent to which the people of Westmoreland are rebuilding.
They are rebuilding, and I'm happy for that. But I mean, you can see it. I mean, anywhere you go and you see the roofs looking blue, it's not the carbon roof. It is tarpaulin. And you know what? It seems some new shiny looking blue tarpaulin came in because I mean they just look different from the ones we know before, Melissa. I mean, when you see them from far, you're certain it's nice zinc roof and all of that. But you know, it's tarpaulin.
It's an interesting thing because one of the things that we know, and because we come here very often, the Peter TOSH Memorial Park is somewhere that we're broadcast from many times. And even when we're not broadcasting, we're passing through. And we're just hanging out in Belmont and Bluefields along the way. But this time we're feeling mixed emotions because we're seeing the extent to which the hurricane has ravaged this area. And we're seeing at the same time the extent of the rebuilding, the strength of the people. I know that last week we were saying, do not talk about resilience, but sometimes we have to, because that is the word that comes to mind. It doesn't take away from the responsibility that the nation has to Belmont, to Westmoreland, to this area. It doesn't take away from the responsibility that all of us have to each other when it comes to rebuilding. What it does, though, is to center the survivors, to center people. We're seeing areas across Westmoreland that the greenery is coming back. That is true. The trees, you talk about debarking.
Yes.
You know, this is something that we experienced across Jamaica. And we're still seeing a lot of it in Westmoreland where the trees themselves are fighting for survival.
I don't know when Dave and the family will eat a mango from this tree again, but you can see the trees insisting that sometime soon, probably another 3 years or so, mango will be back.
Yeah, you know, I just looking at the place coming through, you know, the song, Peter TOSH song, Gotta Fight. That's what came to my mind. But let me just tell you who's on the ground. And I mentioned the Peter TOSH song, and I know that Romaine already find it. All right, so social media, Peter Broadber. And you know what? I'm very happy to welcome our two broadcast assistants and lead producers on the ground this morning. Vivian Stewart and Shamara there.
Yeah, man, Shamara there, man.
What's Shamara doing social media?
I think she's doubling up. Remember, this is originally her thing, you know. I mean, the
Shamara,
Africa Forum.
Where's the microphone?
So she's doubling up.
So she's assisting with production this morning with Vivian, but she's also co-hosting. Hello, Shamara. Welcome to the space. No, we did deliberately to get over here. So
good morning.
Yes, walk across here for me, please, for a minute.
Hey, good morning.
Morning, Shamara. Welcome to Westmoreland.
God. Thank you.
Yes, yeah.
Thank you. Coming back, I'm speechless. It is so different. You know, this is not the Belmont that I'm used to. Yeah. The Belmont that I last left. So, you know.
Yeah, and it is almost like a bittersweet return. Because we were just here in October, right? Last time you were here a few years ago.
A few years ago, yeah.
Broadcasting from here.
Yeah.
And the place was thick with trees.
Yeah, it was different.
The house, I mean, was nice and decent with Tosh's mother sitting on the veranda, you know.
Yeah, in the last, well, not the October one, but the
February one.
And Shamara, you're seeing this across, because just like ourselves, just coming into Westmoreland, you're paying attention to this. We're having a discussion of air, just talking about what we noticed coming in. And I suppose, I know IRFM has been back and forth across the nation, and also in Westmoreland, back and forth. You know, Roger has been down.
Yeah, many team members, yes. I mean, the 1-1 Coco has been out. I mean, been on the road 4 or 5 times.
Right. Roger Hasfall has been in the area doing
Amber too, doing a lot, giving out tents and things like those, yeah.
Right. Amber, of course, as you said. And so the team has been coming in and out of Westmoreland. I think in terms of a continuous broadcast, this might be our first live continuous broadcast from Westmoreland. We're going to take a break and come back to talk about, as we celebrate PATER, as we remember legalize it, as we talk about Buckingham Palace and what's happening there now. I think we should come back with Buckingham Palace, Romain. No, the fight first. We got to fight. I don't want to go again. You know the song, Dometa?
I know the song. I don't know the words. I mean, but I know the song.
All right, let's take a break and we'll come back.
I don't know if there's a Peter Tosh, I don't know.
A Peter Tosh, man. Take a break, we'll be right. Belmont in Westmoreland. We're at the Peter Tosh Memorial Park, the Peter Tosh Memorial Gardens. My name is Kabu Ma'at Kiru. Nicholas Evans is my co-host. Nick?
Well, I'm still just looking around Kabu, and I mean, you know, I'm just imagining what people are going through down here. You know, I was in St. Elizabeth, and you know, we're having a discussion about the storm. That was sometime late last year, and somebody was pointing out as if, you know, the government has no responsibility for personal properties. And I'm looking and I'm saying, when is Jamaica, when is the West going to come back? What I'm seeing is average people trying, people who are not rich, but whether they're teachers, nurses, jerking and whatever they do.
The center of Jamaica.
You know, they're trying.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're floored, really floored, because a roof for the average, say, 2-bedroom house, you know, one for you and your spouse and one for your kids. An average roof is like anywhere between $1 million to $3 million. You're not talking about nothing bossy, really.
No, you're talking just about an ordinary roof.
An ordinary roof.
Yeah. And it is what it is.
And when your roof move and your bed follow, the windows follow, everything you have went with the roof, because I'm seeing that I'm up where we're staying. I mean, we stayed there last October.
Right, yes.
Melissa took out even the AC.
Even the AC. We were under the fans last night. Not only that, we're going to talk about...
We're not talking about spoiling it, you know. We're talking about even the windows. They took out the windows. It took bed. It took AC. It took... I saw them throw some TV just thrown on by the side where Melissa was dealing with.
I wondered when we were coming in, if we would have to probably just drop some tents for a place to stay. Because I had a conversation with Dave and he said, listen, it is what it is on this side of town, you know. We're not quite even sure where in Westmoreland or where in this region I can recommend for you to stay. And then you said, well, let us look again at where we were before. I know you were already in conversation.
Yes. When I called, they were in fixing mode. They were in.
Listen, last night was one of the best, nights I've had in a long time. I sleep. Maybe I had a lot. I'll find myself a snore. But I rested well under the fan. And that's the two sides of a thing, right?
Because I remember the fans were powered by generator.
Generator, right?
There's no electricity in this region.
So we're here in the name of Peter Tosh. We're going to talk about that because
we're happy. We're happy that we can use the name of Peter Tosh in Reggae Month, in Black History Month, and highlight the plight of our
to talk about
African
unity.
people and unity and what we need in this year. Because when I came here in October, and when we came here in October, I was really looking forward to the name of Peter Tosh developing this era.
This is what the discussion
was about.
Remember?
Yeah, I mean, we could see business booming. I mean, we were even thinking that probably should be renamed the Peter Tosh Village or something so that it can be highlighted to the world.
I was thinking about this morning, and I said, we've come to Peter Tosh land once again to talk about rebuilding, to talk about unity, to talk about how we move on from here, to talk about fighting for survival, because basically this is where we are. Let me just quickly tell you about the team on the ground. So Peter Broadway is on social media. Shamara, Vivine, our producers on the ground. You'll hear Shamara from time to time. Nicholas Francis leading our engineering team.
Yes, Nicholas Francis and Gregory White.
And of course,
DJ Collision is.
Yeah, last week I saw him. He was Deacon. That was right when he was relieving me.
Yes, I mean, it's pretty much like Big A, I mean, certain days, you're Big A, and certain days you're Ainsworth. He's no, by the way, he's no Reverend.
No, right.
He's no Reverend Ainsworth. And Collision is Deacon.
Right, so Collision is not here today. It's Romain.
Right,
so Collision work on Saturday night. And so just like that Big A work on Saturday night. And then Ainsworth works on Sundays.
Yes.
So too is Romain. So Romain is on the ground. And, we've been saying all morning that, rebuilding, we're looking at the Westmoreland. We've come to Peter Tosh land just to experience for ourselves. I remember Dave saying to me and other persons, the member of parliament when he was on the program, right after the hurricane, Dayton Campbell, he said, you have to come and see for yourself. And I know Ira, from, as I said before, has been going across Jamaica, just seeing for ourselves. And the story remains the same across Jamaica in the areas, especially where Hurricane Melissa really, really hit hard. Here in Belmont, we're bearing witness. We're broadcasting live. Peter, where are you? Because we're on YouTube, we're on IG, we are on every single social media site live, and you're seeing the videos. So I don't know if Peter can do a pan. Where are you, Peter? Can you do a pan?
I see the camera. I don't see Peter.
Can you do a pan? Because if you can do a pan, or those who are watching on the social media, if you're on YouTube, and go ahead and check us out on YouTube, IRFM YouTube.
Yes, and we're live on YouTube and on Facebook. But IG now it's mainly pictures and videos, and TikTok. But in terms of live continuous broadcast, it's YouTube and
Facebook.
Yes.
Right, can you do a pan, Peter? Let me know when you're doing that because this. Okay, great.
Slow, Peter, so that and even zoom some of the houses and stuff around, so people can see. I mean, what's happening around.
While we protect people's dignity and privacy.
Yes. And the Memorial Gardens, I mean, clear.
Even the Memorial Gardens, and for those who
no shade anymore. You can't sit on that tree and eat a mango or two. I mean,
but the trees are fighting.
Yes, they're fighting.
Survival.
They're fighting for survival.
We're going to
fight
for rights.
The trees are, they're truly representing what's happening with the people. People are fighting. Yeah. They have to live, and it is what it is. And Jamaica, those of us who were more fortunate not to have experienced the devastation, because pretty much the devastation was between St. Anne and really every
St. Anne, parts of St. Mary, because I know my roof not totally fixed, baby self. I know I don't want to talk about my own personal business here, but we're still, and we thought, and we have said it, that for those in parts of St. Mary, a lot of St. Anne, Trelawney, St. James, of course, was...
St. James is the second worst hit, I mean,
yes.
when I realized...
Is it?
Yes, it
I
is the
was
second.
St. Elizabeth.
No, I think St. Elizabeth is first and St. James is second.
Oh, so Westmoreland is what?
Third.
Oh, really?
Let me tell you.
But Westmoreland is ground zero.
When you sure it's not St. Elizabeth?
No, 100% sure it's Westmoreland.
Well, I know whichever is St. James
on
is
the border
second.
between St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland, exactly on the border between St. Elizabeth.
Well, I based on the assessment from the government, St. James is second worst, and you when you go places like Sine, Irwin, Somerton, come down, there is a river that is coming from Maroon Town Way, and it took everything it could find, including 40-foot container.
And it's
just
coming from Maroon
trust
Town?
me, you would not be. There's a site around Irwin that when you see it, you would think people deliberately brought tractor, cars, trucks, and those and packed them up there. No, the river found them wherever they were and just piled them up.
Okay, so Nick, this goes to the heart of the conversation about climate change, right? So that conversation is very skewed, very one-sided, and is being led and driven by Bill Gates and him brethren them. Now listen, if you change the river course over time and you build in the river where you change the course from, at some point there is going to be a storm that's going to cause the river to reclaim its course. And this is happening across Jamaica, and they're calling it climate change.
And they're calling it development as well.
They're calling it development when they're changing the river course. So the Roaring River, for example, is one river in St. Anne that the river course is being changed. That river is going to find back its course.
Well, what we're seeing around in St. James side, a river that was probably 5 to 6 feet wide is now about 60 feet wide, based on what the storm did. It took
its original course.
It almost become a sea.
Its original course and original size. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
You know it's always national. The time
from the TOSH Memorial Park. We're moving around the grounds, as you can see, especially if you're watching us on YouTube or on Facebook or on Twitter, X, wherever you're watching us this morning. You'll notice that we're moving around, and this is deliberate. Before we come back, though, into having a conversation, because what we're noticing here, when we came in this morning, it was dark, right?
Yes.
And already the vendors were out. A lot of persons who were coming in from far were already out, and they're here. We're going to be talking to them this morning. But we know people are coming in from all across Jamaica. So as you come in from the east, and from the north and from the south, be careful on the gravel. Looking forward to seeing you when you come in. This is a whole day situation all the way until the sun go down.
Yes.
Because a lot of this area still don't have electricity.
Well, this year itself, I heard the member of parliament when after JPS had announced that like 90, a good percentage of the country was back. It was shocking to hear the member of parliament saying not one person in this constituency have electricity. But I think since then they put in like a mobile thing to give some people electricity. But all around, generator has been running. Jamaican people are, I am so proud, of what I'm seeing. From early out, just about everybody now, getting the generator, getting the solar thing and all of that. It's not like Gilbert.
And this is what is going to lead us to. But we're going to come back and talk about that. Romain, what are we going to go? What are we going with? Because I know you've got it all lined up. Just from hearing what I said. That sounds like a vampire out for play. Okay, there you go. Said many years ago, and I know I'm going to misquote him, that somehow we have become, in Jamaica, hostile tribes fighting for scarce benefit and spoils. Now, this is, I think, what is stark to me going around Jamaica and coming into Westmoreland and into Belmont is that what Mr. Patterson said then, more now than ever, is the truth. Our people should not be forced to fight for scarce benefit and spoils. There's something fundamentally wrong with that, especially after a hurricane. I want to ask about the many containers that have come into Jamaica with goods, with products, with gifts, if you will, to rebuild for the people of Jamaica. I want to ask where all those containers are, if them still up on the wharf, or if them lock up somewhere, and if they are being distributed equally, or are we seeing an apartheid situation where hostile tribes are being forced to fight for scarce benefit and spoils? I am very serious about this because and I know that we have to be very careful that we not slander or libel or whatever it is when it's up on the radio. But here's the bottom line. Where them container there? Where them there? Where all of the container them there? Is the question we're asking. Where them there? Everything that came in for Jamaican people, who have them? Who take them? Who distributing them? Who getting them? And what are getting out of them? Because it seems to me with everything that has come in, Nick, and I see that you're not going so much in, Nick, and it is quite okay.
No, I'm thinking.
It cannot be. I know you're thinking, you go and think. It cannot be that these containers and everything that has come into Jamaica that we hear about are reaching to the people equally. Somebody's going to have to tell me that, show me that from paper in a quantum physics.
It will not happen. The equal thing will not happen.
No, we know say it not happen.
But what will be sad is if those who need it most are the ones not getting it.
But that is exactly what is happening.
Yeah.
That is it. I want to ask about the politicians. I want to ask each politician who clearing container. Where them there? Who getting the stuff out of them? I also want to ask about the monies that have been pledged and lodged and given.
We understand the money is for cleanup. So the trucks that you see.
But we're not understanding anything on here.
No, that is what I heard. That is what I heard.
Oh, you heard?
Yeah, that
you understand
it? The monies and stuff. I mean, when we hear these billions being announced, it wasn't necessarily to replace roofs and all of those things.
Well, we are in Westmoreland, Belmont,
yes,
Bluefields, and and 4 months after, we not see that. We're not seeing that. And because we're not seeing that, we're talking about what we're not seeing. So I have...
Maybe we need to, if there isn't yet, we need to appoint a civil investigative body or a civil oversight body, non-aligned body. No pay. I mean, we have a lot of people who they are so well off. They stay home and sit by the pool and drink lemonade and scotch and whatever. I mean, these people who don't need to be paid, so can at some point, like some of our national heroes, I mean, stand up for Jamaica. And centralize.
At 4 months in now,
Yeah.
So I don't know the extent to which things are not passing through the hands of politicians.
And of course, the media too, you know, has a responsibility as
I think
that fourth estate. I mean, that is supposed to.
There goes the fourth estate, more powerful than all,
yes,
but not quite so powerful, because the questions. Because the question has to be asked, you know, about other people who everything that has been sent from overseas, especially, are the people who are most in need getting that. And I also want to ask, what the IMF money there? What the IMF money there? Because there was a whole heap of money that draw down from IMF. Wait there. I know they're going to use all kind of language to trick we, right? Economic talk, financial talk. We don't understand it. GDP, we don't know what that, right? And we don't want to know. We just want to know, want to do with the money. That is just the bottom line. Also, so you have IMF. What the money, the insurance money there?
Yeah, that what it was again? 27 billion Jamaican dollars or something like that.
What the former man name again? The former finance minister, Nigel Clark.
Nigel Clark.
Did Nigel Clark put one insurance thing? And
No, that has been announced, and that we're qualified based on the category storm and the
yeah,
damage.
what the money there?
Well,
no, you may ask. Hold on. Where the money? What the money there? What the money when the insurance money? When Nigel Clark did set up that Jamaica there was a big report. Where the money there? These are the questions we want. What the IMF money there? When Nigel Clark insurance money there? Where all of the container them were coming to Jamaica to help Jamaican people to rebuild. What them there? Something has gone very wrong. Something has gone very wrong. Very wrong. And we're going to call it what it is. Corruption in the middle of it. Corruption is in the middle of it. Challenge me on that. Challenge me on that. I want you to account for every single container that has come into this island. Every single one.
You know, it's sad that in times like these, times of disaster, some people actually get better off.
Disaster capitalism. Disaster capitalism. Because we have another situation where people have lost their homes. They have been on lands forever in Jamaica, and they somehow have to leave those lands. And there's a disaster capitalism going on because there are plans for the people in land. Do not sell your land. Do not give up your land. Come back and whatever you have to do, but hold on your land. Especially if you're beside a river or beside the sea. I mean riverbank now. We don't want nobody building on a riverbank. Yeah. But if you're near access to water, because as you know, the World Economic Forum has declared that 2026 is a year of water. And they tell you why they declare that. Because they said water as a commodity is going to be the scarcest thing moving on from here. And so that they have declared the year of water for 2026. We see where the African Union, meeting last week in Ethiopia, have also declared that this is the year of water. We see where the United Nations have come on to say that this is a critical year for water. And so that as we are moving away from lands that have water sources on it, we're also giving up our right to survive.
But you know, it's two things happening there in Kabu, because before Melissa, I mean, just going around Jamaica and looking at the development, some lands you would have passed by, 10, 20 years, and all of a sudden they have become some prime properties, and I've been saying, yes, Columbus missed the mark when he came looking for gold. He should have been looking for land, because land is the real goal now.
Land is the real goal.
So don't give up your real goal and don't give up life, because I say water is life.
Exactly.
So don't give up life and don't give up your real goal. I mean, there's a story about Harlem, when all of that was happening and people were selling out of Harlem. The people who held on to their land and their spaces are now the real rich people there.
And it is hard, I know, to hold on to your land, and you're so right about Harlem.
If you don't have no house to live in, yeah,
but we know, we see the disaster capitalism coming in. We see already Bill Clinton come in. We see, conversations with Bill Gates. Look here, there's a lot happening in the world, and we have to be careful. We want to talk about the Epstein files, We're going to talk about the Epstein files no matter where we go. There's a whole lot happening. I know that there's a radio station in Jamaica. And shame on you to my colleagues in the media who have insisted on either not investigating the Epstein situation as far as Jamaica is concerned, but also going out of your way to tell people that no prominent Jamaicans are in the Epstein files. There are a lot
they've read it 3 million pages.
No, I don't know how them come up with that. There are a lot of prominent Jamaicans there. Not that they have not to say they have done anything wrong, but the fact that they're there means that we have to read to see why are they there. And when we see some of them do nothing wrong, them just mention, then we can put them aside. And it's not even about wrong or right. It is about an ongoing situation. For example, Nick, I can tell you this, that my own research has shown that Epstein's plane, the Lolita Express, or other private jets flew in by him, have landed in Mobay more than 7 times. It's there in the files. His plane landed in Mobay more than 7 times.
And based on his character, I mean, what did he do when he was here?
We also have an email sent to him by somebody in Jamaica saying, I am at this hotel. What time are you getting here? I have girls here. And if you want me to get 2 girls for you, I can get them for you too. This is what I do. That is in the thing. We also...
I heard, I mean, I'm following this on the Africa Forum, and, you ask a question, how old were those girls?
Exactly.
I mean, if girls were...
Yes.
Source for him, or because it appears right. he doesn't do full age.
No, age, and we have to be very careful about this, because we have a situation in Jamaica where human trafficking was a big thing on our radar for a good while until it wasn't anymore, and we have to go back, retrace our steps to look at what was happening in Jamaica. So we'll come back to that later on, but we're coming to you live from Peter Tosh Memorial Park. And as I said before, our faithful IRFM listeners and members of the family,
things building up nicely.
Yes, are coming in
as the day opens up and the sun, heading over from St. Thomas coming down.
Yes.
I mean, things looking good. Things looking good.
And as you said, the light runway now. Yeah. Because when we came in, it was dark.
The marketplace and the family atmosphere is always one of the things we look forward to coming to Peter Tosh as we spread the message of whatever is happening around us.
Right.
I mean, we know we're here to celebrate, the 50th anniversary of Legalize It. And we will, but one of the things that, from we've been looking at Peter Tosh, as I mentioned earlier from last year, how could we use the name and work of Peter Tosh to really develop the community that he's from? And this is what it's all about. The
Peter
community needs Peter Tosh influence no more than ever.
Yeah. And Westmoreland is the name of a man, Westmoreland is a man.
I don't know.
So here we are.
Chilad is a man. St. James is a man.
So we're in Peter Tosh land.
Yes.
And let me just say, as you come in, there is parking, because I think all right, so when we were coming in, there was a little bit of bottleneck at the gate. But that's not the gate, for the regular people. Right. So don't turn into the gate.
Yeah, just if you are coming from the west, just pass the gate a little. It's not even 2 feet good. Just a little. Just pass the gate, and then there's immediately a left turn. And if you're coming from the east, just before you reach the gate, you turn there. You will be on property. There's no wire fence.
But is the earth rightful ruler.
Yeah, but
no
there's just the protocol as to where you enter from.
Right. Lots happening in the world, lots happening on the ground here in Westmoreland. You're inside of the Africa Forum. It's a very special edition, and we're going to be going through until 10 o'clock when the big A comes in to the studio with the Sunday Sunshine. Mota Baruka will be taking over from us here on the ground. because this goes on till sundown.
Yes.
Also, we're looking at the stage.
Yes, and the likes of Bushman and so supposed to be on later George Nooks and I don't know if it's George Nooks or Prince Mohammed because it's Prince Mohammed I hear in the yard.
Oh, it's Prince Mohammed in the yard?
Well, he did the song Anna Dread. Now have no 40 leg.
Oh, okay.
You know, Prince Mohammed from way back in the days.
Yes, true.
Because George Nooks is more Christian man, you know. So I don't know if it's George Nooks or Prince Mohammed. Like how Big A is Saturday and Ainsworth is Sunday.
Yeah. So it's George. If George Nooks are the Christian, right? So it's George Nooks because we heard Sunday that Jimmy took over half an hour of Big A program. And Big A don't know about it.
Okay.
But Dave decreed.
Oh.
This is what Dave said. Big A, so nobody never tell him. So let us see how that works. So that's coming up later on this morning. And we'll be talking also to Dave and to so many of the vendors who are on the ground, so many who have come in and continue to come in. As I said before, we're seeing the vehicles coming in. And of course, there's parking just right beside the gate. You don't come to the gate to park there, or you go?
No, man, there's another gate. I mean, from last year, that gate was established down
All
there.
right, okay.
Right beside, I mean, just almost same land, really.
Yeah, it's just
that you don't come to the
don't pass too far.
Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just take a step down.
Shamara, you've been going across the ground. What you seeing? Because I know that I saw you talking to some of the vendors. Always see so far. What out there for eat, Shamara?
Everything. Well,
No, I'm not think so now. I'm not think certain things there.
Nick. But if you're coming down, breakfast is on the fire. I took some pictures of the pot on the fire. So you can check out our social media platforms for that. We see residents, coming, looking around, checking out what's happening now that it's early to come back. And the view, I went on the outside of the property just to check out the view, the sea, the sun is coming up, beautiful view, trust me.
And I don't know when Nicholas got fried dumpling or festival out of
Nicholas, I eat already?
What? Then give me fried dumpling, man. I want to.
But the vibe on the ground, Kabu, it is coming together, people, you wake up, you take a drive down and everybody is just getting ready for what is to come.
All right. And when Shamara talks about what is to come, of course, there is, as I said before, the juggling in between.
Yes.
And then later on.
Billy Slaughter, Muta Baruka juggling. Why you Muta juggle?
You know why you Muta juggling?
No more. I want to hear him juggle alongside Billy Slaughter.
Okay.
Because it's two different characters that One is a judge and one is a murderer.
Oh, you mean?
Billy Slaughter kill sounds.
Oh, Slaughter. Yeah.
Muta try people for the people's court.
Yeah, the people's court. So Billy Slaughter, look away.
Yeah, Billy.
Yeah, look away.
You don't want 1,000 years or 100 years Muta sentence people. I think I judge 1,000 years.
Yeah, Muta, get eaten lights.
Yeah.
So it is.
I see Nika eat again, Shamara. So I don't know. Your pot might not ready, but whichever kitchen Nicholas go.
Nick, come here. Come tell us how the food thing go because where have yourself?
Yeah, this is about your third trip to the food thing. What's happening?
Festival, I call it.
Let me see. What me see?
Some minutes no protein, brother. I just saw some carbohydrate.
No man. Just a start. Most I think they're already to know.
It's just a start. Not even look at greens.
No,
that's already one.
Honestly, look away.
You man about eat dumpling and no protein. Well, I mean, I tell you know what that means, Kabu? It means it tastes good. Because there's no way you can eat so much dumpling without any form of protein. If them not taste good.
You have a good point.
Yeah, man, them taste good. Him no need no protein. Him no need no greens, no ackee.
And some of the smoke then look youngish. So that's why I suppose they,
that part they look black about, so that boss the part for a long time. That part they couldn't get so black, if you smoke. Now a good while that part they the fire, man.
From
last night. Yeah, man, that part they look like Nicholas, I think you need to go over the kitchen because that look like a Dutch pot. Something night. Something night.
All right. But there's so much to come as we go through the morning. And as I said before, I'm going to also be talking with members of Peter TOSH's family here on the ground. You mentioned earlier, legalize it. This is also a celebration of 50 years.
But did they trick us, Cabo? Because remember when we came down here and we were strident about legalize it, and they said they decriminalize it. Did they trick us?
Yeah, yes, it's a total trickery. I made the wrong person to ask a question there. So there's a decriminalization. There's no legalization.
Yes.
In the U.S.
But people don't like the calm about it. Like them, all right, yeah, we can smoke 2 ounces. I mean,
but it cannot be decriminalization can't be about smoking. It has to be about agriculture. It has to be about trade. It has to be about
economics.
Import, export business, medical marijuana, if you will, also. So, but Rastafari has been left out of that conversation.
And that is it again. Every time, I mean, we've been examining this for a while now. And when I say we, I'm talking about RFM led by yourself, Muta Baruka, and I mean, a few people here and there. But in terms of in a more formal setting, you and Muta, we've been looking at it. All the people who have been locked up, beaten, trimmed, they are the ones, I mean, on the sideline looking on.
That was deliberate.
Some still been locked up because I mean
that was deliberate. There was a deliberate attempt to keep the Jamaican people, Rastafari in particular, out of the economics of ganja, the economics of marijuana.
I mean, I have a good brethren involved in it, and when you listen to them, when they take you on the farm, when they take you to the house, what it takes to be involved in the business from an economic standpoint,
and it's not
you
so much
can't be poor.
And it's not exactly, and it's not so much what it takes. It is a barrier to access.
No, and that's what I mean. The road
exactly.
to this thing, you have to have money. The CLA, the regulations and all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't start a ganja business.
No, and even if you try, because there's also another procedure to apply for the license, and they make sure that you cannot apply for the license. You can apply for it, but you'll never get it.
So all the Rasta men who have been planting the good herbs for years, using it as sacrament, I mean, sharing it with brothers and sisters around, will never be able to give to the world the real thing that they have
moving
been.
Because the sun is
I realize the sun.
Amenwa is coming up in all its glory,
yes.
and it's in our faces. Yeah.
So the east has not reached the west.
The east has reached the west.
Yeah, man. Yes. So some of those people will never be able to benefit. They'll never be able to fix the roof out of it.
No, and I'm telling you from personal experience. My husband right there. So we try to enter the space from an economics perspective, from a trade perspective, from also medical marijuana. You know, my husband is a medical doctor. We've been trying for years to enter this space. You know what the main barrier is? Every time you apply for the license, they ensure that them send you back for something. I can ask him if he wants, like.
No, man, I'm just thinking about a personal experience. It's not with that. It's about, well, it's really, my mother passed. Yes.
My deepest
yes,
condolences.
And insurance and all of that. And every time I go down there and send you back for something, it's been 4 months and
exactly.
They send you back for something every
you
time.
ought to be frustrated
that
you just give it up and then somebody collect that.
Yeah, man. Every time they send you back for something.
And them call it red tape. But the
mother married from 19 no long. I know they're asking us to find out when she did married. Where did we don't never pay for it.
So this is how the system is rigged against the Jamaican people. Now, they call it red tape. And I hear the Prime Minister saying, we cannot continue with this level of red tape that Jamaica has. But he's saying that within the context of public-private partnership. Public-private partnership is fascism. It's the most fascist thing you ever find. We are experiencing it now.
But I mean, even that is where we can see apartheid again, because I mean, even this cutting out the red tape, does that actually come down to the average man, or is cutting out the red tape for the man, the man who we can have a one drink with and him complain that, look, man, it's too hard to do business with you, man. We can't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that red tape reached down to me.
No, red tape is for we. You understand? So as we mark the anniversary, 50 years of Peter Tosh's Legalize It. And this is where Peter Tosh grew up, so we did this called Belmont. If you look up this, also Peter Tosh grew up, see it right there, so. That's where my mother lived. I mean, the hurricane mashed it up, you can't see the roof there now. but it still looked nice in terms of the color and so on. But you can see that it was badly damaged in the hurricane. And I hope that they can really get it back together.
No, I'm hoping in short order, because as we say, and we're challenging Dave and the family. We're challenging the family. This is supposed to be the center that is going to revive Belmont. This is supposed to be the center that is going to put the eyes of the world on Belmont. And I want to touch a little bit. During the 1-1 Cocoa thing, we passed through 9 miles, and I've seen that place is almost like a city, because they use Peter's bandmate, Bob, group mate.
And Bunny, because both of them are from that area.
And they have ensured that there's a spotlight on the community of 9 miles, and that is very good. And I mean, when you pass through, you feel like, this is a developing.
And that has happened over time. So and take your time and do what you have to do.
This is what I would love to see in Belmont as well, where.
But interestingly, Nick, this is what Nyambe said the last time she was here, that this is a plan, isn't it? But hopefully, I hear you saying, we're reminding you,
yes,
that this is a plan.
And I think they would realize by now that the plan has been set back, 10 miles. Because, all the little restaurants and businesses that were, in place and growing, they have been demolished.
And you talk about the little businesses.
Yeah.
In terms of you centering the marijuana or ganja industry around Peter Tosh, there's nothing wrong with that. Because we know that when you talk about marijuana, when you talk about 420, when you talk about legalize it, decriminalize it, if you will, but light it up and burn it in a Buckingham Palace. That's Peter. So there's nothing wrong.
You're sure, when Peter sing about it,
Peter
just never knows that bird about Buckingham Palace. Obviously, a whole lot of things are going to
Buckingham. But talk about a whole lot of things are going to Buckingham Palace. The last time we were here, we talked about the pedophiles in Buckingham Palace, and now we see that they arrested and let go on. And
no longer a prince.
He is a prince same way. He's a prince.
I think they dethrone him, man.
They have said do not call him a prince.
Okay.
He has all of his titles are right there. If you want to use them tomorrow morning, you can go right and use them. Nothing has been taken from him, really. But here's the situation. These are the people who are the head of state of Jamaica. So if we do not believe in pedophilia, if we not believe it's a big man for trouble little picnic, if we not believe it's a big man for molest little picnic, if we not believe it's a big man and woman for rape little picnic, sexually assault little picnic, then how we believe that those out of Buckingham Palace must continue to be the head of state of Jamaica? How we believe that?
A few weeks ago, I was wondering if there was still a drive to remove
constitutional reform
as head of state.
What has happened?
It kind of gone quiet.
What has happened to the constitutional reform process? Marlene Malaho's vote has been sent to the backbench for what I don't know. Anybody know why Marlene gone on backbench? I know it is a political question, but Nick now go answer.
No, but I didn't even know that she was at the backbench. No, let me tell you, I personally. I lost interest in the process because what I really wanted was not a ceremonial replacement. I wanted the type of replacement whereby we can vote for a head of state who is really a head of state.
And I understand that, Nick, but that comes, I think, in the wider discussion of constitutional reform.
And that is what I was hoping for. And that's not the road of constitution.
We have not heard anything about constitutional reform from the last election. Not a word about constitutional reform. What has happened to that? Why is Charles and his family still the head of state of Jamaica and nobody cares? There's a reason for that. Because if we're saying out of Buckingham Palace, we're getting pedophilia. If we're saying that we're not going to look to see what Jeffrey Epstein was doing in Jamaica. If we are saying we don't care about how much time in plane might have landed in Jamaica. If we not care, then we not care. There is a reason why we not care. And to me, constitutional reform, I think, should still be on the table. It is not, but it should be on the table.
Are we giving up things that the powers that be think we can't afford to give up? If we were to say do away with the king, no king. I mean, we have queen so long that.
But just need to look at Barbados. Look at Barbados.
That's what I'm saying. Barbados. I mean, and we have to say hail to the Barbados Prime Minister. I mean, winning every single seat 3 times in a row.
Something right with that, man, sir. I don't know, I love me a monthly, but something right with that, me. You have got to, you block the, come out on my video light.
But it appears this lady, she no business with who want vex with her and who no want give her no grant and who no, she just talk about things that she see. I mean, maybe just sitting on a piece of wealth that we don't know of that. I mean, can dismiss anybody. I beg you not. Me no need no grant. Me no need no prison. Me no need nothing from you. That type of thing.
Yeah. And Barbados, I think, would be the country if you talk about democracy, because there's no such thing really. It's just a word.
No, I'm wondering about it. I hear leader of opposition. You don't even have a seat. What is
that's the thing. But at least they elect them, or do they elect their head of state? Is how the head of state come in? Because they have a president, I think. But I'm not quite sure how. And we probably need to look at that to see how Barbados elect them or name them head of state. But here in Jamaica, we don't get a chance to name our head of state.
No.
Our head of
state. And that is something that I think is important for us. Yeah. We should be able to elect our head of state.
At least?
Yeah, man.
And so we haven't heard anything
even
about...
Even if he or she becomes ceremonial, so in a sense, the head of state should be able to act truly independent, because what? They're not relying on a prime minister or a parliament to say, a parliament with majority to say this is the head of state. They're relying on the people in the same way the parliament is relying on the people.
For us, it is a critical time. For us, I think it is also an embarrassment and a shame that we're coming out of the royal family in the United Kingdom now, discussions about members of the royal family cooking and eating children, and sometimes eating them raw. Adrenochrome, you're frightening children to the point of when they're so scared, you're using them blood for yourself. Vampire kind of situation. Nick, I'm not making these things up, you know.
No, man,
they are in the letters that they write to each other, you know.
But I'm saying we have been hearing these things over the years who are shape-shifting.
Cannibalism,
but I think the Epstein
vampirism,
file would have...
all of that are in emails that they have sent to each other. All right, so that is clear. Now, we have a member of the royal family who is implicated in that, and we can see that from the letters that they have also sent to each other. And here we are. Say it is very same royal family. Today in England, the headline is reading that the King, Charles III, was warned about all of this. But remember that he was best friends with Jimmy Savile. And Jimmy Savile is one of the most cruel and wicked pedophile coming out of anywhere in the world. And then also Lord Mountbatten in Ireland. Remember those investigations showed that he was abusing little boys. Now the entire family is suspect when it comes to sexually violating children. But this is a family that is a head of state
and own all the land
of Jamaica. And when we go to the courts in the morning, if you go to court tomorrow morning, as you enter the door, they must say, God save the king. God save the who? God save the who? God save the who? Nick, this is too much.
And I thought we were basically on, but you know,
no, we don't.
Maybe. I remember, and many people might not want to accept the fact, but I remember, I mean, this heavy push came out to say remove the queen or the monarch as head of state. When we came out, I mean, for about a year, you know, saying we want to do it with that, time come, move with that. And I mean, then we hear, we even had it as one of our theme at Marcus Garvey celebration. And I mean, couldn't get anybody to talk, from the government side, because the Prime Minister had already announced that, he was heading in that direction. Then we heard a lot of things happening, and then it just gone again.
Well, remember, that Marlene, there was a constitutional reform ministry,
Yes.
That ministry, where is it? It's still on the books?
I am not sure.
No, it's not. There's no Ministry of Constitutional Reform. So that is off the books. But the people are not calling for it. But will the people clamor for a Ministry of Constitutional Reform know that it is so clear that the people who are the head of state of Jamaica are embroiled in a scandal surrounding the sexual assault of children, the eating of human beings, and the drinking of blood? Romain, vampire, I want to know.
Who know old vampire?
Vampire, Romain, we soon come to you. Vampire.
Who don't like to see you prosper.
Where the Peter TOSH Mausoleum is, and we're at the ground. We're in Westmoreland, the border of Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth. And let me get the name of the community that was ground zero. I know that they've said St. Elizabeth was ground zero, but we know it wasn't St. Elizabeth, but it's on the border. It's very close. Actually, Westmoreland, and very close to this area. That was ground zero for Hurricane Melissa. We'll come to this.
Is it the community border?
No, it's not border, but I'm gonna find it in a while, because that was reported on widely when it was happening, and I didn't make a note of it, so I just come to
the White House. Is it White House?
No, I'll give you the name in a little while. It's not White House, but I'll give you the name in a while. All right, so so we're in Belmont, we're in Bluefields. A lot happening here as we see people coming in. It's a good look as people come in from across Jamaica. The gathering that's going to be happening here will continue through until sun go down. There are still many communities, Nick, in this area that are without electricity.
Most, if not all of them, are without electricity. I mean, when you look out in the night, you will see like lights all around. But I realize generator and solar powered.
Lots of generators.
Trust me, I'm going around Jamaica. I really feel good about how our people are using, the availability of technology and all of that. One time gone, when electricity out, is basically only what you call rich people who would have a one generator.
That's
so
true.
A one light in the darkness now everywhere light up. People are buying
and lots of solar energy, and that's good because look at the sun that's come up already.
Yes. But most you can see the power lines being fixed, but they're not. Most of them not gone to houses as yet.
Right.
Last night we were on the road. We were down by Blue Ocean Sands, and it's generator.
So you come on the road last night and there are Blue Ocean Sands?
Yeah, man.
At what time? Then when we did there?
While you were having dinner, college and cry out saying hungry, so we just can't come get some food.
So you make me carry food for my yard and we cook and we sit down and eat, but while you were having dinner, and then you come a Blue Ocean.
No, man, I said, Gregory called me from way out and said, boy, college and come and say him hungry, and so I say, we were thinking about Sav. Because we know him's a fast food man. But we say, we come on a Blue Ocean Sands.
Blue Ocean Sands.
So
that works. All right, what are we looking at? Ground zero. New Hope. Thank you so much, Vivian. It's New Hope in Westmoreland. That was ground zero. And that was widely reported on. But somewhere along the line, it was changed, but I think it wasn't deliberately changed, I think when the Prime Minister went to Black River and he said that this is ground zero, I don't think he meant it in a serious way.
It was a devastation.
But it was repeated and rebroadcast as it being ground zero. But it's not. It's not. New Hope is ground zero for the hurricane. And I think when we're writing history and telling stories of history, we must be careful that we speak truth. Because this is, I think,
and sometimes, as I said, I mean, because the Prime Minister saw the devastation.
Yeah.
And a lot of people associate ground zero with total devastation.
Right.
And he might have said that, or he said that, and persons just run off with it.
Yeah, I think he said it carelessly. As a Prime Minister, people latch onto your words. The international media were the first to report that Black River was ground zero because the Prime Minister said it. But because we're Jamaicans and we understand that the Prime Minister never mean that, because we hear when him say it. We understood that there was a misreporting, but people went with it. But it's not Black River, it's New Hope, and we're reporting honestly. But so I have with me, Nick, and I know you're going to be talking with, wow, people are coming in, Nick. This looks really
yes,
good.
I'm seeing two brethren with a stalk each, and I'm saying, yeah.
A stalk, a centimeter.
It reminded me of the days before. I used to enjoy the days before.
Warm to the whole, but sorry if you interrupt. Warm to the. What the centimeter that ways to go up by Peter Tosh grave? What I'm there?
Melissa, bad mind them.
What the centimeter that ways?
Well, I'm gonna ask Dave what happened with that, but apparently Melissa, apparently they're a victim of Melissa as well. Because remember, you allowed at least 12 plants, so it couldn't be it's 12 plants, no, five each person.
You saying it?
5 each household. But so Peter don't even have one. Right now, Peter's supposed to be miserable. Not even a star Peter now right now. So let's hope it's Melissa and let's hope it's just Melissa. Because I know Peter wouldn't want, him sacrament to be replaced by flowers.
50 years of legalizing.
Someone says 1 year.
Oh, which one?
Yes, one baby wanna come up. Yes. Yeah.
Which one?
Yes, one. Yeah, one.
All right, don't step on them.
So it does seem bad, right? It kind of block it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have any more?
But you need 4 more, because you're allowed 5.
Eh?
I'm the little one that can't hold Peter for not even a day.
Look, I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm not hearing myself anymore, Nick. So
you're okay. It's in your monitor. It's in your monitor.
So I'm not hearing anything in my headphones. So somebody help me out, please, so I can figure out what's happening with my headphone. All right. So I know Haile Mikel is on the ground. And Nick, I know you're going to start talk to some of the persons.
Yeah, man, I'd actually to go check out what's in the pots over there.
Oh, so you're not go for that?
Huh?
You're not go for that?
Yeah, man, you can't help her, yes. But true, she was at the pot, so earlier. Me see.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Me eyeball a pot from for a while now,
Yeah.
So we over, so we are go check out the brethren to find out when I'm pot.
All right.
Yeah.
So Nick is under the big tree them, and over there, so we couldn't even see over there. So when we come the last time, but the trees are coming together, The hills were joyful together, as I'm saying.
Oh, not on that pot, man. Yeah.
I done it.
I don't breakfast time yet.
I finished.
So make us swear I put them on so we can see what we're going for breakfast. So what you preparing? What do you have this morning?
I have some callaloo.
Yeah, you say Nicholas greens there, you saying all right, you say then Nicholas, I tell you.
Somebody get some
also dumpling.
I'm buy the callaloo for me and put it down, because by the time you ready for callaloo, me know say
cabbage, yes. Cabbage. So we have greens and we have cabbage. Oh, why you say, man? The man have a hockey over here, man. Yeah, man, I can look on it, man.
So the hockey look like it ready, Nick?
Everything ready, man. The man ready. Boy, hockey and saltfish. So, all right. I see all of the protein, what you have for the carbohydrate. But I see like it, but you know fish or something, man. A man a fry fish, man. Nicholas, man.
We not talk about the fish too loud, that's why.
Yam, sweet potato, Irish, yam and Irish potato. All right, so the man have yam and Irish potato. All right, so him have ground provision and him have vegetable. All right. See, Shamara want to take a picture of the food so she can show people. So yeah, this is it. So yeah, lift it up like let's see. Nicholas.
So I wouldn't want the food done for me this year, May I tell you, Nick?
No, may I tell you the greens, the cabbage look good too, Cabo. Cabbage really look good.
And the color load supposed to
But
and all the ackee and saltfish.
The ackee is really my thing. Me really
But the
a ackee person.
But the ackee having saltfish in it.
Huh?
The ackee have. We could take a quick break and come back. Saltfish in the ackee. We could take a quick break. We'll take a break.
Remember, update the status in a real life.
Mutabuka Williams, all I don't go to. Mutabuka Williams, we call him with change the name and get him. The one of my father name, Muta.
Why don't call me Muta?
Muta Kero. Mutabuka Maat Kero. Oh, you know. All right, so Muta is in the house, as you know. And
all right,
he must say on air, you know, when he's not supposed to say to me on air.
Nick, yes,
you know. You see this daughter, yeah?
Yes.
I love her dearly.
Yes.
But you know.
But I know you're alone, so go on.
No, but I thought, alone, only alone.
Yeah.
Look here.
Right.
We cannot keep meeting each other at a tomb.
At Peter TOSH Mausoleum.
All right, we're going to arrange that we meet somewhere else.
Yeah, we can't just meet at a tomb. The last time I see her is at a tomb, you know.
At Peter TOSH Mausoleum.
They don't see a tomb.
Yeah, why I won't complain about that.
So we must come down here so we can, you know, the video like you say you're not
no, which video?
Right thing, sir.
No, Nick, that wasn't in the contract.
What was in the contract?
But we must go up and say, no, but we must go up and video. That was in the contract.
That wasn't in the contract. Peter rewrite the contract and never even tell me.
No, man, you can't send me that. You know,
Peter, just swing the camera on here.
Hey, let me tell you, a Peter name?
We're calling Pedro today.
You look like a Muslim.
But remember, say Peter Broadband, you know, so it's Erna Broadband. If you that, you know?
No, you know.
You know, I bet you never know that.
I realize him, you know, I'm a beard.
Yes, him coming?
You know, last night we had a conversation at our next function. I was saying, if you notice, really, you know, the Virgin said, you notice the policeman start with a beard?
Yes, man.
And that was something them never used to do.
Beard up like this.
Yeah, just like him.
Beard too.
Yeah. So, you see, as him said, a policeman come right beside with a beard. And I says, watch out. Me never know that. Me never notice it, you know. But me realize it now when I'm talking.
We see at a stoplight a policeman, fully white beard.
But me I wonder, this is the next thing with them used to fight against, you know. I remember them used to cut off beard, you know.
Yes, shave clean.
Yeah, them used to shave. And no. Policeman are wear beard, Rasta.
It's an overturned window.
Policeman are
I don't know, little beard too, you know. No. Beard right on the face like a Rasta man.
I don't know, little beard.
Not to mention you start wear beard too, because you never usually wear beard.
No, a policeman follow.
No, me not follow police. A police follow me. I can tell the story. My wife say every lion have a mane. Man, if you have a mane.
Where come from?
Me don't know.
So,
I saw policeman trick people.
No, me never say the police. Them is my wife.
No, you me talk about. But you me say no. No, wait, that's serious conversations we have, you know.
Yes, I agree with you.
Policeman are wear beard, you know, because you know. We go through one heap of things because them I say the bearded man, right? And them cut off man beard, cut off man locks.
Yeah.
That was something that happening at 63, you know.
Yeah. Yes.
No, me I say no, in at this time, you know, when we come here, so no. And say policeman are wear beard. That means a policeman have a locks, it come down at the back. Right. And then well, we know the policeman has smoked ganja a long time. Mm-hmm. Policeman have thief people things long time. And policeman have shoot people long time. So what else are they going to do? You know, see?
So them call these things.
And Nick have to tell you.
Me? No, well, I guess what I realized, I remember when we were down by the seaside, in Kingston, when we were, you know, honoring the ancestors.
Oh yes,
and later on in the evening, the Prime Minister, it was Portia, then had a thing, similar thing. And I was standing beside a policeman telling somebody else, say, you know the real thing happened this morning. And the man was saying that, we have come a far way because you remember the days in training school. It was a Rasta man, them shoot after as the training thing. Yeah. And the man felt so good as a policeman to see that, you know, Rasta was now being recognized and the way of Rasta.
A policeman
was saying that to somebody else.
Yeah, a policeman the record of saying that to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, a policeman the record of saying, yeah, they used to train. It's a statue of a Rasta man. How would them call it?
They shoot the target, yeah.
Was a shooting target.
And I don't know if that has
It's
changed.
good that people wake up more. I remember
I don't know
long
that
ago.
has changed.
Long ago, them wake up from what?
Well, I know long ago. There was a skit on TV. It was about a Christian thing, and it was about God good to people. And I mean, if you have faith, I mean, we carry through. This girl went out with her boyfriend or whoever, and they fall out, and the man leave her, throw her out, and she's supposed to walk home now. And she walk home, and evil was coming her way. And she see evil coming her way, and she start praying to God, to save her from evil. The evil coming her way was a Rasta man that come down the road.
There.
And then she pray, and the Rasta man just say, "Heal daughter and pass."
Take care the black heart, man. True.
No, we're there.
Couple
years ago, a society gets so wicked and I go check the Ministry of Education, Them bring out a book.
I remember that.
In the school, them. Both different religions in Jamaica. And one of the images them show is a dreadlocks, a grab a woman purse. And this represents Rasta in there, Me get so wicked and that's why I'm going at the ministry. Come here and say, boy, you say me not like talk to politicians, but me have to talk to them. Me say, no really put the image of a Rasta man in the same grab purse. Them say, oh, it's not real, it comes from Florida. It comes from Florida. Say, yeah, but they are Jamaica. Anyway, me don't know what them to do with it.
Yeah, man.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out because we both were on it. They pulled that. They did pull it. And it is true that they identify in the book the thief in the image. Of a Rastafari. What I go again to teach you about
Christopher Columbus.
You can't
blame the youth.
You can't blame the youth. It next collision. Because and you see the point you made just now, Musha, that you said this warrant some serious conversation about policemen now wearing beard. And you made reference to it that in 1963 the Coral Gardens massacre. Remember the first man that them hold. Them not call him a Rasta man, them call him a bearded man. So, and Rasta had to trim them beard. Rastafari had to trim
anybody,
them beard.
whether you're Rasta or not.
Whether you're Rasta or not, you had to trim your beard. And now we find the very same law, the very same system that criminalize the beard is now sporting the beard. Them have a name for these things. Them call it the Overton window, but we call it gaslighting of Rastafari. This is basically what it is. It is a straight psychopathic, sociopathic, narcissistic way of dealing with things. But them says Overton window. The things them whenever you couldn't do before, now you do them and you celebrate them. Now we're going to come back to that. I think it's a conversation that we need to have in the fullness of this thing. But make we go. Collision, give it a one day. Wait, name again. That's the one. The way to the TOSH Memorial Park, the TOSH Memorial Gardens. And like Mucha said, we must stop meeting. Me and he must stop meeting at TOSH tomb.
Second year now.
Second year in a row.
Second time we see you for 1 year.
That's true.
You live long here?
Oh, you live long here?
No, I don't know because if you got it,
you see, at two places in less than 24 hours, he's at down here, and you're at one and him accusing this you live down here.
It's a parallel universe and you don't know what. It's quantum physics motor, quantum entanglement.
You sound like an intellectual Donald Trump.
I love that. An intellectual Donald Trump. I'm not making any sense.
Yeah.
Because remember, no time no pass for you, Yeah. But the last time you saw me was right here.
Yeah.
But it's actually 4 months. It's 4 months.
I'm more than 4 months. Man.
October, November.
Yeah, that's 4 months, man. It's just a few days before Melissa. Just a few months before a few days. But
it's 4 months. And so last time I left you here 4 months ago.
Yes.
Remember, I left you here.
I just come, so I wasn't here.
That's how I say it's a parallel universe. They are doing it. So look, you see this stuff.
No, I was about to say we probably need to let people know.
No, when it was I'm gone. No.
Yeah, where you going there, chunk miss? Huh? Oh, okay. No. Because we want people to know that some lovely PATER TOSH shirt and location.
Who this? you know, ordinary. Then
I am the background vocal, now you can't blame me, youth.
I Peter Tosh Sunday.
We know, man, we know. That's why we ask if I'm the background vocal.
That's enough.
But no, you me that talk to.
All the one.
And you me that talk to that on radio.
No,
Dave, you not talk to Dave.
Steve.
Steve and Dave.
Steve this.
Yeah. Steve, Andrew, and Dave.
Anyway, watch out, you are too much. I'm a tomb girl, this girl. I'm a tomb girl. Yeah, what are too near and
Steve.
And shall respond. And respond.
But Cabo, we need to ask Steve because Steve we see us sort out the shirts now. And I tell them everybody coming here today need how much I need to work with Steve. Cause they don't need to leave here without one of this.
Me want one of all of them. I'm not in this world.
3 grand, 4 grand. Miss Maya raise as a yes.
You have to buy it.
No, well on, man. Well on. And I tell.
Let me just hear from Steve.
Some new design this year, so probably cost a little bit more.
No, but them look good. These
them look good.
These are your merch. Michelle. Hey, greetings, sister. How you doing? Tell us about the merch.
This is Michelle Tosh. I'm responsible for the merch, the Peter Tosh T-shirt. So we'll be here for the rest of the day.
All right, Nick, kind of far from it. So she's gonna be here for the rest of the day. But make us see some of them. Just hold them up to the camera. Make us see some of them. Also, camera is right here. Peter, we can get some focus on this. I really love this one. I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations. Neither are you here to live up to mine. I want that one day.
You know. The truth is, Peter's always been a fear man. Kabu.
Well, what you talking about? Muta saying can buy more than one. You not buy me none. You know what? How many you can buy for me?
I don't know how much you want.
For 5?
Show off for me.
Of course.
But it's all right.
Of course, I'm sure.
You're up the anti-motor. Make me can't match. You bid, you're gone, you outbid me.
You have to
How much I buy for me, Nick?
How can I say anything when motor reach a 5 and I say any amount you want? Let me just keep my little bidding to myself.
No, you can't buy.
Nick, I can tell you something.
Yeah.
You say anytime you have a woman who the only time you see her is near a tomb.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you treat her right.
Because before you know it, you might be in the tomb.
Oh gosh, man, you do the time.
Motor.
You do the time.
Motor, you should not have gone there with it.
Yeah, I never go there with him, as him said.
Then you but you're not.
Is him dried out of
I'll be trying out there.
You don't have to.
Yeah, the ballet police.
That is such a wicked act. What
Motor.
By the way,
explain the ballet to your motor.
No, we're the whole
Yes.
Mutamba, you're here. You have need to come rescue me. Jackie, where you there? Jackie's here? Or Mutamba?
We're not. Who this?
No, Vivian. What Mutamba there? She there? Jackie's here?
Yeah, man, she's somewhere about the place.
Look about her business. I tell you something.
Yes.
Me used to look a certain way, you know.
So now work with the beard?
Me never usually see him with beard. Me usually see him with ear.
Pan him head?
Yeah, but now me I see him without ear, pan him head, and the ear underneath him chin.
Yeah, face, yes.
So me want to know what is happening to your life?
All right. So what is happening to my life is that I'm naturally being trimmed. So I don't intend to have one patch of meagle without ear and some round it. It look ridiculous to me, so I just take off everything.
Well,
so it happens naturally. No, ear off it somewhere, so it end up on my chin.
Ear up on your chest?
I think so.
Keep it on
you think?
Yeah, man. The last time I checked, yeah. Up to this morning.
So you know you streamline.
Me not trust you, though. Well, because you have your own chest. I don't know where they're on your chest. Is that serious? Maybe you look on your chest and appear vomit.
I know this is. We're coming to your life for the Peter Tosh Muslim.
I'm gonna change up the vibes. It's hush.
No, the vibe is always airy when you come in Muta. We're good with the vibe, no matter how you carry it. But so Muta, I mean, you've been back since October to Westmoreland?
No, I got St. Elizabeth. But here I say no. Last night, after say this, they have a ganja show down where I come from. Orange Hill.
Oh, really?
And I was playing 1 hour. Pure Peter Tosh. So I am expecting everybody that was at that show to come up here today
Okay.
Because all of them never know, say, Mouta play music.
Oh.
But me don't play music, me talk. And the thing is that the white people, them, pay for coming at the show. And the black people, them out the road, just stand up so. Now going on the show because the money big for them. So me know say now this, we draw all heap of them who couldn't pay for going to that show. For come here so. So we give thanks to the promoters of this show for make the thing feasible to the man who out the road who cannot stand up out there and look. For really come enjoy himself.
Dave Tosh, and this is what Dave said, this is exactly what he said, that this was for the community.
Yes.
The community can come in, and whether you're coming in as vendors or you're coming in just to lime and just to have.
Yes, it is wonderful that you have something like this. I want to say the geographical look up the place different now.
Yes.
Yeah, the tree them look like some monsters. Yeah, man know the city come on.
Yeah, yes.
With green over the trunk and all them. So this a tree down there so a while ago. Me I tell you, man, me want to know how that tree they drop.
They refuse to die.
Cause say if that tree they drop a earthquake all down there so. Is that serious thing?
Yeah. And this is what we're looking at the trees and to me is a metaphor, right? Because you can see them debarked, the bark's gone, but them struggling to stay alive and refuse to die, and that is saying something to us in a way, that even while we've been through such a terrible storm and debarked ourselves in terms of the trauma that like the trees we refuse to die. We take care of the trees. We need to take care of ourselves, and we need to ensure.
And I am glad to hear that the government say they're going to tax sugar in drinks.
Yes, they have said that in sugary drinks. Yeah,
I am glad to hear that.
Is that going to make a difference? They're going to buy it anyway.
What?
It's not going to make a difference to whether or not people stop buying the sugary drink. It is aimed to make a difference, but people will spend to buy what is available or die.
What do you want to know?
Because when you go to the schools, for example, there's hardly any choice. So unless you present the choice.
Affordability is
hold on.
But that's why I'm saying die.
I just go over there to they have they're selling natural juice, beetroot.
But you can't get that in a supermarket without sugar. No sugar added.
But
advertise them.
At a price, one of the things. I mean, I've been assessing life in general, my own life. I mean, the eating choices and all of that. And believe you me, it would have cost me 75% less to eat a pound of flour and we keep singing about healthy eating. You can't pay people 66,000 a month and expect them to eat healthy. If you are going to eat healthy, if you want it to cost over 100,000 a month. And that is just eating now. We're not talking about light bill and tax.
No, we're not talking about. You hear me I say. The reason why the healthy eating is so expensive sometimes is because of the other alternative, which is cheaper. So them pies you with the sugar and make the thing with normal sugar more expensive. Now, them will draw the sugar. And anybody will put sugar in a them product, they're going to pay more taxes. So it's going to be more now expensive.
It's still going to be
but it's still going to be much cheaper than we. If we are serious about health, we have to make health affordable. Whether you're buying it at the supermarket.
But the health is affordable. What is affordable in this time? Tell me.
What are you talking about the helper with the 3 children until the government to go learn from that person? So when you think about it, it is look at the minimum wage, and that will help us to understand and the cost of living, and that will help us to understand what is affordable, because the same woman that you talk about have 3 children, and minimum wage.
Not all of us can plant. Not all of us have the space to plant. And then if all of us plant, then the man who do planting for a living will not be able to build a house because now can buy cement. Because everybody plant food, so nobody won't buy food.
That sounds like a logical explanation, but that's a Trumpian take.
No, it's not.
Yes,
I don't even know how Trump talk because I don't listen to him.
No, but me listen to him.
All right, so what I'm saying, Muta, the fact of the matter is, if you are going to try to live healthy, I buy one cabbage in a market, not a supermarket, for $1,400.
Yeah, what? 3 pepper.
I buy 1 dozen for $1,050.
Yeah, but no, you are
no sweet pepper. I talk about scotch.
So I understand the point you're making.
Hold on.
Taxation. No, that's why I'm going back to the point you make. Taxing sugary drink should result in children eating more healthy. But the two things, there is a big gap in between because one don't equal to the other from experience. Yeah. Because what we know is that availability and access to is also a problem. They're talking about sugary drink forever, But when you go to a school, the only thing that is available
is sugary
drink and unhealthy food, even in the canteens.
Yeah. And even at the school gate.
So it's not the taxation that's going to change it. It's the policies and the protocols that the government have in place as to what is available to children. Because
the taxation never change it. You see the people them who have put sugar in the juice them now. The big guys them who have put sugar in the juice. You see when them realize putting sugar in the juice when cost them more than don't put sugar in the juice, them go and go say make the price run a different way.
No, but there's also another thing you're not looking at, Muta. They will raise it because then the person buying it will offset that tax.
No, man.
What is sugar addictive?
Yes.
The most addictive thing, addictive more than cocaine, more than cigarette, more than anything else.
And there's a big sign on the cigarette thing that says cigarette just to cause cancer.
Yeah. I know in cigarettes,
them $5 about sugar. Them advertise about sugar.
Right. 5 cents. Exactly. But so because you're already instilling on people this level of addiction and you're addicted to sugar and you can't hardly do anything without sugar, you can't tax the symptom. You have to deal with the cause. So that is why you have to look at the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education have to come together and determine what is available to children in schools. Take out the sugary drink them from out of the school, whether you tax them or you not tax them. Make them less available.
But the people, if them fine say, them have to pay more to
produce it,
to manufacture it, to put sugar in there. Them going to say, no, we can't do that.
But the point Nick is making is that what they do normally when you tax things is to pass the cost on to the consumer.
Yes.
So they will pass the cost on to the consumer.
And it's the same thing with cigarettes.
And the consumer will realize about weight. The other one then.
No,
but the other one is 3 times as expensive.
No. Hang on a second. Just a minute.
Yes.
No, you have to deal with the addiction. Yes. It is not the cost. You have to deal with the addiction.
The addiction.
They will buy it because they're already craving it.
Most Jamaicans are addicted to sugar.
Exactly.
Yeah, but when I say now, there's a point where you have to start.
Yes.
Say, we're going to get them off of this addiction. Like
no, you can't get them off at the symptom level. Yeah. You can't get them. You have to get them off at the cause level.
The cause level is that you don't allow it to be available to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I talk.
Once reggae radio, Irie FM. You get chopped? No.
Shane.
Hi.
Shane Clark. Me not hear you from much.
Shane down there?
Yeah, man.
Oh, you might not hear Shane.
I'm the best person in the world.
We don't know. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, man. I'm have to meet him at home. I'm the best person in the world.
Shane, when last meet Shane anywhere in person?
Yeah, man.
When last meet Shane anywhere in person?
It's the physical manifestation of the thing.
Well, we're forward down that way.
You can spiritually connect to Cabo outside of the tomb.
And every Sunday, we call the name on my program. Every Sunday.
You call my name on the program?
Every Sunday.
No, look at
every Sunday.
All right, I'm not going to tell you that. You call my name every Sunday on the program.
Look how much time I call
the Jackie there.
Look, you know, you're calling it how much?
Yeah.
Ask Miguel.
Jackie want to divorce me now because me not left your program.
Do you know you may talk?
When I jump out of the bed, 6 o'clock, I'm out of the bed, you know. I said, where you go? I said, I'm going to listen to.
Do you know what you may tell if you come early today?
No, me not.
You know what you may tell if you come early?
IRFM can't have no radio for connect IRFM.
Oh, so
like... Nick.
Yeah.
IRFM transport cannot pick up IRFM.
No, it's not today, no. Last week Sunday when we last on the radio, still, I was saying
that's the radio. That's the radio that was purchasing it. We're not changing.
Japan, it can't change.
Yeah, man.
It can't sit down at the car. I say, at 6 o'clock, I left down on the grill and I said, turn on the radio. And I said, boy, Muta, a long time I tell them to do that, you know, and them not do it. Plus, you see, anytime I listen from my studio, I mean, I listen to
full stereo.
No, wait, man. No, pray for me, I say, man. You say, what's your name? Keshima. You say, anytime Keshima do an interview, Uncle Keshima me hear. Me no hear Usha interview. I really? Them say to her. No, when we go try and go so boom and talk to Crack. I say, Crack, get up and Crack or something. Because look how long we are telling you. I mean, I say this publicly, you know. No feel no way, no. I say
what me hear, what me listen and hear, boys.
Yeah, because you have a radio.
You don't have no radio. I listen from Flow Channel 822.
No, man. It's still radio. I mean, he's listening
from the listen from the Comrex.
The Comrex. So, you won't hear.
But it can be rectified.
Because you're top in the house, but because...
No, because I have to use it for run, cutting it and stepping razor.
But because I'm not in my yard.
Because you can run, go down on IRFM, go to the program.
But me not have no Comrex in my yard.
Me have Comrex in my yard.
So me listen from Flow Channel 822.
As a matter of fact, I just bought one yesterday. And really? But anyway, no.
No, but I
something you mix minus and all of that.
No, you know. Him know what me I talk about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, him know what me I talk about.
Yeah.
There's no way I listen to a program for IRFM in my studio.
Yeah.
Where me go on the next. And me go hear the person.
All right, so that happened to me when we were in Sierra Leone, but we couldn't hear it on the Comrex.
No, man, it's about...
we had to use the two systems to be able to hear. We use the Comrex. What the other one you give me for
in-ear monitor.
Nigel said it can correct, and a long time I tell Crap to correct it.
Motor.
Yes.
We talked about. I mean, it's about. I mean, the available ports and
3 years, 4 years.
No, man. Now that you have said it publicly on the people,
yes,
they will take care of it.
Yes.
About the what is to correct it? What is to correct it? The board will. I mean, when they change the studio, it will.
So and I have no idea, my dear child. Don't ask me that.
Yes, there's an upgraded board that will allow
really
that will deal with all your concerns.
They're working everything out live on it.
No, but but I just have to tell Muta. I mean, it's
kind of upset me.
Yeah.
So
if you talk to me like you talk to Nigel, you're there here a long time, and they tell you.
We're coming to you live from the Peter Tosh Memorial Gardens. This is a very special Africa Forum. On the telemark, hello.
Yes.
Top nice.
You're just a nice man. So come and sit down like that bridge the way another two. I know say don't.
No, we'll just stop it. All right. So Isla Mikel is here, and I know you're going to be talking, Nick.
Yeah, I did. I made a trek around there, and I mean, I can tell you. The persons on the ground, I can tell you that the sitting already yet, the peas just a cook. Over there we have fruits and natural juices.
I see melon and pineapple.
Yeah, you have fruits but they have some natural juice as well.
Without sugar?
Yeah, man. I mean, beetroot and stuff. I mean, 8 bills. I mean, and you get a nice beetroot or
beetroot juice
without sugar. Yeah. I mean, down the line.
Natural sugar.
Natural, yeah. But I kept saying to people whenever I see them coming around selling beetroot, you put sugar in it. Just a little, me I say, but you put
sugar in there. Sugar in there.
Yeah, but make sugar, so why do you need? He has cane juice as well with ginger.
Cane juice is good.
Cane juice with ginger. No water added. The brethren say, yeah.
Just remember.
We don't want to put water in a cane juice.
Just remember that.
No, man, I tell you then.
Hang on a sec. Just remember that if you already diabetic or you have pre-conditions that you're not supposed to be using sugar, it don't matter that it is natural sugar. Talk to your doctor first. before you start consuming the natural things, all right? Because you might be on other medication that can cause a contradiction.
Listen.
Right. So,
Listen.
Yeah, man, I know. I hear a man say can't grapefruit because man I'm high blood pressure medication and I'm trying to make the connection.
No, well,
they don't know.
Every tablet where them say you have, them say don't eat grapefruit in taking these tablets.
I don't know why. I don't know what's the matter with grapefruit.
because grapefruit lowers the blood pressure.
You don't want to know.
Because
Then
grapefruit
you should
lowers
not
the
tell
blood
them go and eat a lot of grapefruit, then cut out the tablet thing.
Right, but if you're already on it, because the pharmaceutical company is not going to tell you if you eat fruits for live, you know. So if you're already, no, they're not going to tell you if you eat fruit for live. So if you're already on it, just remember that. Not lots of natural stuff, and we say eat natural and so on. But if you already have an illness, don't just jump for the natural stuff that is sweet, or you know, say your doctor say you never eat. Talk to your doctor first before you do that. All right, yes, Shamara. Moja, come out on my video light. You're in my video light.
Yeah, I'm Peter not liking
that
it.
wasn't on the contract.
But it wasn't on the contract for you to block Cabo's video light as well.
You block my video light. When you block my video light, him. All right, so Haile Mikel is here. And Haile Mikel, we love your setup right here, so. Haile Mikel is someone who ran in the last national elections.
That wasn't on the contract neither.
You know what about the contract?
No, I see my turn around and that.
No, him have him own. It's but I see what you mean.
That wasn't on the contract.
No, so that's not a motor contract.
And them thing them I run with now, you know.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Especially like how I start to talk to enough lawyer.
I know.
No, my right.
Yeah, you have one legal program now.
Yes, I know. The People's
Court.
Yes. So,
but I thought you were the judge.
No, I'm just trying to understand the law better.
He's now a mediator.
Okay. That when I go and talk to IRFM about certain things, I know what to say.
So,
and there's a problem, and that's a problem we're facing today because you see the People's Court on him not motor refused to be on, and it's shot when him must stream live. That wasn't on him contract. Yes. So Haile Mikel, my brother, thank you so much.
Things supposed to step up.
Don't put the thing on Moja. Come on. Talk to us about what you have here, Haile Mikel. As I was saying just earlier, that we did. You are one of the persons who ran in the last national elections. Look, you know, Haile Mikel, come down. You know what Haile Mikel is doing? Haile Mikel is directing me while I'm about to interview him because he's set up.
Greetings.
Where do you want me to stand? Because you're streaming live.
All right. Yes.
I'm good here.
You're here. Giving thanks.
All right. So tell us about what we've got here.
Well, I've decided to advertise my lecturers, so to speak, as a politician. The music of the 1970s taught me politics.
Yes.
Foundation, my parents taught me to do unto others as you would like them to do unto you.
Right.
So the Wailing Wailers, as you know them, very political, very religious, very loving. Mm-hmm. And I've decided to highlight them this way.
Right. So for those who are not seeing, I know a lot of people are watching us on YouTube and Facebook and IG and Twitter and so on. Remember, we're broadcasting live, we're streaming live all morning, just so you know. But for those who are not watching but are listening, read what is written on both of them in terms of the quotations from Bob Marley, from Peter Tosh, and from Bunny Wailer.
All right, out of that political education, I was able to write this document. We the people proposed Constitution of Republic Jamaica. Bob Marley, one of his songs, he says, how can you be sitting there telling me that you care when every time I look around, the people suffering in every way, in everywhere. Whenever I hear that song, I know that he's talking to me because I have a work to do. Peter Tosh now, he comes and says, it's been so long. We need a change.
Right, okay.
So the shit seem we've got to real. You better stop this power struggle. It's causing the nation too much trouble, endangering lives of innocent ones. It's bound to bring a revolution. This document is the revolution. It is a bloodless revolution.
We the people propose the Constitution of Jamaica. We were talking earlier about the fact that since the last election, which you contested, we haven't heard anything else about about constitutional reform, not really, and about republicanism, getting rid of the King of England as the head of state. And especially now, when we have this vulgarity, this nastiness, this embarrassing situation coming out of Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace, pedophilia, the lowest of the low that you can get. And these people have always been who they are now, because if you go all the way back to slavery, this is who they were. I mean, Henry Morgan was a pedophile. A lot of their top military and governors and others, they were all pedophiles. So that we know that this is part and parcel of who they have been. But now we have what is seen as a scandal, because it is now being, it is now splashed all over the world that Prince Andrew, is involved with Jeffrey Epstein in some of the most nastiest, vulgar kinds of acts and behavior, including pedophilia, of course. But these are the people who are the head of state of Jamaica. What about constitutional reform? I see this is a document you're holding. As a matter of fact, this is a document. It says, we the people propose constitution of the Republic of Jamaica. How do we get the spaces in which you operate and government and the opposition to revisit constitutional reform and to specifically look at who is the head of state of Jamaica?
All right, so backtrack a little bit. You mentioned what is the state of constitutional reform in Jamaica at present. From the government point of view, 13th April last year, the Prime Minister declared that their road to republic has been dashed on the altar of PNP selfishness. I put out a video telling that you're all to be blamed. Because in July 26, 2021, I sent the first draft of this document. This is now the 19th revision, and I'm making a 20th revision for release this year on the 5th anniversary. 6 months after that, he formed the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs to do the same thing. And after 3 years and spending $3 billion Jamaican dollars of our taxes, the Prime Minister said they have failed and they have done nothing more, as you rightly know. This document is still in play. What it needs 63 MPs to sign. I have been a candidate here, and I tell the people, give me the power to go by voting for me. No, I want to sit at home and don't vote. I only got 54 votes. Thanks be to God, more than the last time. This document calls for 63 signatures. They are the people elected by the people of Jamaica. And then we effect the revolution. We just get rid of the British monarchy because it places the sovereignty of the country in the citizens of the country and allows us to own the country. Okay? And that is what this document
is your understanding, and I heard you talk about the cost for that constitutional reform process.
By the government.
By the government. How much was it, as far as you know, what's the cost? What did that cost the taxpayers?
What it has cost me?
No, the taxpayers. You said how much money?
Those figures that I quote, that figure, $3 billion, was given to me from the Ministry of Finance, budgetary allotment over 3 years, 2022, 2023, 2024.
Toward constitutional reform. 3 billion with a B.
3 billion Jamaican dollars.
And the government has now said, the Prime Minister, you've said, the last thing he said in April was that.
Yes, they had 7 town hall meetings, the CRC. The first one was in Montego Bay. I didn't go. I had a prior arrangement. I've been to all the other 6. And I've made presentation at everyone. They invited me to Jamaica House to discuss it. I discussed it in depth. And when it seemed as if they run out of questions, I told them, this is not about me, Haile Mikhail Kodjo, wanting something. This is our eternal Father giving me this job and giving me what it takes to make it happen for the benefit of the children of Jamaica.
I'm sorry that we have to leave it there, Haile Mikhail. But
just one more thing. It is based on the 1955 revised constitution of Ethiopia, written by Emperor Haile Selassie I.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thanks. You know, constitutional reform is no longer on the book in Jamaica. I do not know why. We have a head of state who is the King of England. The monarchy is steeped and awash in sexual violence, pedophilia, eating human flesh. If you read Epstein,
my sister, all of that is agreeable, but the people need to get them out.
I'm just talking to camera. Listen to me. The letters, the Epstein letters, have shown without a shred of a doubt that these people are eating the flesh of human beings, them calling them jerky. It has also shown without a shred of doubt that they are drinking the blood of human beings. It has also shown without a shred of doubt that they are pedophiles, sexually molesting children as young as babies. The letters show that they are sexually attacking children until they bleed and die as young as 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old, 4 up to 8 and 9. We're not talking, this is no joke business. The monarchy, the British monarchy is complicit. And if you don't get Andrew, then get William, the heir to the throne, because he is in cahoots with a man named Suleiman from the United Arab Emirates, who wrote to Epstein to say, thank you for the torture video. They are torturing children. They are torturing babies. They are murdering babies. They are trafficking human beings, young babies up to 9 years old.
My sister,
if you do not, let me finish, my brother. If you do not get Andrew, if you don't get that, we have to move from the British monarchy because of Andrew, then we must move from it because of the heir to the throne, William, who now have three people who work on his Earthshot Prize, resigning from the various different places that they are heads of and manage. Ben Suleiman is also very close to Jamaica. The man who wrote to Epstein to say that thank you for the torture video is very close to Jamaica. If you Google him name and the Ministry of Tourism, you'll find that he's very close to the Ministry of Tourism in Jamaica. He's close to Prince William. He's close to the Earthshot Prize. He gave £1 million to Prince William. He is the co-founder of the Earthshot Prize. He has resigned. His brother is the head of F1, Formula One, Suleiman. So you just need to look them up. The woman from Goldman Sachs who resigned last week is also close to the Earthshot Prize and close to William. And there's a third one. How is it that we, Jamaica, who say we burn all of them things there, we do not agree with all of those things? How is it that the head of state of Jamaica is the British monarchy who eating people flesh, drinking people blood, and raping babies? I'll take a break. I'll be right back.
Ready, tech, grow! Business is fast, easy.
Collision Romaine. I know we're celebrating 50 years of legalizing, but we just love the Garnet Silk that we played a while ago. So give me a little bit. The people on, I know you, who did not play Garnet Silk? Hello! There's a Garnet Silk I come from. Okay, so we can patch it into full thing, Romaine? All right, make we patch it, and we just get the, you know, man. We can patch the Garnet Silk. It sound good.
Yeah, man, it's patched in.
All right, so give me a little piece of that now for listeners.
Zion in a Vision.
Zion in a Vision. Here we go. Straight through IRFM. Because that was on. Oh, you have to take that back for me from the stage, you know. So, Muta, that is a stage.
Reggae Radio.
Memorial Gardens here in Belmont, Bluefields, Westmoreland. And boy, oh boy, girl, oh girl, let me just tell you that the vibe in the park is crazy. And the noise you hear in the background is Nicholas Evans greeting the Neambe TOSH and whoever else him talking to. And the microphone is on, drinking him sugary drink. How is that beat?
No, man, this is straight natural juice.
It's a natural beat.
Okay. Natural juice. This is not a $100 40 gram sugar drink. This is a $800 no sugar added drink.
There you go. So because Muta and myself, they just watch you and I said to myself, so then look on that, then out and I
No, man, no.
Muta talking for you.
Yeah, well, me don't like doctor, you know.
Right.
That means, you know, you have certain things where you can prevent yourself from saying, go to doctor every minute.
Right.
And one of the things them is where we put on our table in our house.
Exactly.
So now, you see, if a man say, him pay $800 for a juice, where more than the usual, no beetroot juice now sell for $100. A water sell for $100. But me could put it say, it costs half the amount of money.
Right.
Now, you have to check it in yourself, you know. Do you want to develop diabetes because you're drinking too much sugar in the juice them? And don't go to the doctor. Or do you want to take the juice with a whole heap of sugar and then ball say you have diabetes and go to the doctor?
Yeah.
Because that $800 that you spend can save you $8,000.
And that is the thing that when it comes, and I agree with you, Namuja, because in principle, you know, I agree with you on the taxation and so on. But I'm still saying that because people are already addicted, you have to deal with the addiction.
Yes.
So because people will steal to feed an addiction. We know that is how addiction works. So to tax the drink is not to get rid of the addiction. You have as I said, the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education can knock them heads together and come up with a better way to deal with the addiction that Jamaica has. For example, it is very much available. The choice you have is a choice. You don't have a choice. Do you know that there are a lot in St. Anne and St. Mary? We're used to something. We can't get fruits on the roadside anywhere. We just have to drive 5 minutes or less to find something natural for buy. But I've had experiences in St. James, in Kingston, that I have to question myself seriously, and even here in Westmoreland, about then we take things for granted. Not now after Hurricane Melissa, but even before, that you will get a ripe banana, yes sir, or you will get some pineapple, yes sir, or wait till the region, yes sir, we get jackfruit. That is not available everywhere in Jamaica.
Banana not available in Jamaica.
No. As a matter of fact, what I can tell you now, banana not available nowhere in Jamaica right now.
No, this is an unusual case.
No, but listen, me and my husband drive up and down in Montego Bay one time, almost one whole day trying to find ripe banana.
Come on my yard.
No, because you live a country.
No, I don't live a country. Me have ripe banana where they from last year in my fridge.
No, the point I'm making is that we will have ripe banana now because St. Mary, St. Anne, and
St. Mary especially is a banana.
Right. And so we take it for granted that these things are available to people everywhere. But in Jamaica, what is available to a lot of people is sugary, is bun, what the other thing named Nutribun.
You have the drink, you know, but I'm saying, and I mean, there's another point that I think Muta is not looking at. When you earn a certain amount in Jamaica, because the thing about the doctor is a legitimate argument, you know, but it's really, the fact is for those of us Jamaicans who can at least make an effort to avoid the doctor by eating and drinking the way which will keep the doctor away.
As a matter of fact, we need PATER TOSH. We don't drink no red, yellow pop, soda pop kind of pop thing.
But my thing is...
You see me have a PATER TOSH for everything we say. That will show you how much me and PATER TOSH are brethren. Right?
Kabu, I'm saying, no man, this $800 drink is somebody's full dinner and breakfast, the $800. That's a fact.
What's wrong with that?
No, but what I'm saying, Muta, is that, I mean, to believe that the average kid can go buy a solid juice, no sugary drink for $800. It is not, some of them can't go to school because
how much your mother have to carry go to doctor go spend?
That's why they come to the hospital for 3 days and can't somebody because she can't carry go to doctor, she don't have it.
Who is that standing beside you?
The daughter of PATER TOSH.
How you doing there, Amber, my sister?
I'm doing well, of course.
I see you. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to sweeten our drink with liquor greens.
Right up at this time, signal. Let's take a break.
Get 1 miles with the Ruby's Architect.
9 o'clock. And we just had to take a little bit of the soda pop thing before we go to Niambe. Romaine is at the turntable. Shane Clark is in the house, in the studios at Irie FM, and the entire team is on the ground here. Ready for it, Romaine? We'll check. I man don't drink no yellow, red soda pop.
You know what you say? All of the food them were white.
All right, so when I have that.
A poison.
Yes. Niambe, how you doing, my sister?
I'm very well. How are you?
I am well, thank you. Looking really good as usual, Niambe. Thank you so much, along with the family, Dave and Steve and we see
Michelle, Amber. Big up yourself.
Yeah. How we not see Dave from morning?
He's around.
I
just
know
saw
Dave's
him.
head cook and bottle washer.
saw him.
All right, Dave, check we need to talk. And Steve,
Dave is doing just that. He's cooking and washing the bottles.
Yeah, but so many times your name called for morning because Nicholas is ensuring that what you said to us last month, 4 months ago,
yes,
in terms of what the plans are, that's before Hurricane Melissa.
Holding her to it.
Yeah,
you don't have to hold me to it. I live it.
Exactly. And just to reiterate, because this was before Hurricane Melissa, and now here we are, 4 months after. And it is clear the damage, it is clear the destruction that took place in Westmoreland. And we're looking even in this space, which is a memorial park, at how this place has been ravaged. But still, we see that it's coming back. The house, for example, is obviously almost fully destroyed. Talk to us about not just here, but the general damage that you're seeing in the community and you're thinking now within the context of what you said last time.
Definitely. I actually came for the first time a couple of weeks ago and did a tour of the community with Food for the Poor and the community center, the Benevolent Society, also the Bluefields Basic School, and wanted to truly understand, because I think, much people coming from Kingston and the places that weren't impacted, they don't really have a full understanding of the devastation. So right now, there's still no power in this community. Yes, we have a nice event happening and it's running off a generator, but there is still no electricity. The water pressure is extremely low, so a lot of homes don't have any water or any power, but then also over 50% of the homes have been completely demolished. And so that's what we're dealing with at this point.
Do we know where the community is? Because so much, you say over 50%, it looks like 70%, right, of the homes that are completely demolished. And one of the questions we asked as we were coming in yesterday, my husband and myself, is where have the community gone? And will they be able to come back? Do we have any idea where our community is?
I know that many of the community members have stayed. They're living in makeshift homes. They're living, 4, 7, 10 people in one small structure, just surviving. But there's a resiliency here. There's one thing that's special about the Belmont Bluefields community is that community focus. And you feel it because you see people helping out one another. You see people coming together to help rebuild, and that's where the focus is. Once you have life, there's always an opportunity to rebuild, and that energy is very much here in Belmont.
It's interesting, Naomi, that the last time you were here, you said the vision for this place is to build out from here a PATER land that would involve and incorporate the community and how to integrate that. How is this vision being impacted or promulgated as a result of the hurricane? What are you seeing now?
It was interesting that right after the hurricane, the devastation was just exorbitant. And the footage started to come out. You'd see all the devastation, but one thing that was still standing almost untouched was the mausoleum here on the property. And for me, that was a spiritual message that says, PATER TOSH town is meant to be. It's already is, and it will continue to grow and rebuild. So what hasn't, there's things that obviously need to change in the community. There's things that we have to do better. We have to think more strategic. We have to make sure we're building with a sense of sustainability and create sustainable systems that people can thrive off of and create economic opportunity from. So the mission hasn't changed, it hasn't shifted. In fact, this has brought more people together and more community members together to do the work.
I'm so happy to hear that. Yes, Nick?
Yes, I want to ask, you mentioned about benevolent society and other persons, you know, like you met with our tour with. Yes, the mission hasn't changed, the vision hasn't changed. Is there any activation happening right now as we speak to move in the direction that you really wanted to reach?
Yes, we were able, since October, we were able to raise enough money, donations to give the Benevolent Society $165,000. We gave the Belmont Academy.
That's US or Jamaican dollars?
It's Jamaican. The same, and the basic school, which lost its roof and everything inside, we were able to raise over $375,000 to help with the rebuilding efforts. They're now just almost finishing their roof. We're hoping to be able to open doors soon so the children have a place to learn, because learning isn't being impacted. But there's a lot of people stepping in. We have TJ, which is standing right next to me, from the JobWorks organization. And there's so many other organizations that's coming together to do the work. So it's coming together. It's step by step. And the energy of the community kind of feeds the process. It's a positive movement.
All right, you mentioned TJ just now. I met him last night, and somebody introduced me to him, telling me about his work. So I just want to hear from him. TJ, welcome to the ears of IRFM, the world's first reggae radio. Yes. And you are in the midst of legend. I'm saying this to you because, you know, just in case you didn't know, that's Muta Baruka, legend in his time. Kamu Mad Keru, legend in her time. So I want to ask, you know, what is your mission here? Because I understand you have been going around Belmont and, you know, you came down with a team and you have been working hard to assist the people of Belmont.
Yes, thank you. We've been in this community over 20 years now. We've helped a lot of people before the storm. We've in water catchment systems, help with education, some scholarships, things like that. But since the storm, we've been trying to partner with Nyambi, the PATER TOSH Foundation, work on some of the same projects and kind of help each other out. We were able to raise a lot of funds after the storm. Even before the storm, we raised enough to get a generator at the community center down here, so they would at least have a way to have power. We've worked at the Belmont Academy. We helped them put the roof on the basic school up there, working with some local business owners, trying to get them their tools back that they may have lost, things like that, just trying to help the community.
What's the major goal? Do you have like a project in sight that you want to accomplish? And if so, how far are you from accomplishing that?
Yes, so the one we're, like I said, currently working on is the basic school roof, which they just have to put the electrical in and then they can pour concrete. We went back with the concrete roof, so it would hopefully last. And then the next project that we haven't heard anyone else focusing on so far is we want to put in a new pier at the community center, hopefully a floating dock, so that it's something that you can remove when the storm comes and put back out after the storm, things like that. So that's kind of the next project we may work on.
Okay, thank you, Versh.
All right, and you mentioned schools, and this is interesting, Muta, because one of the things that we're hearing a lot about, especially Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, and parts of St. James, is what happened to schools in these areas. And that even now there are some schools that are not fully operational. There are some schools
and some shelters.
Are there? I think they said the last one.
Well, I think I don't. It was in the news about removing persons from Petersfield.
But some schools, serving as shelters for such a long time. Do we know Naomi? Sorry, Naomi. I mean, this is a new name I have for you. I'm not quite sure why. There you go, Ms. Tosh, the Amber Tosh. Do we know what's happening with the schools in the area we were expecting? And I think he might still come. Principal of the Belmont Academy, Rayon Simpson, I've been talking to him. I was talking to him last night. He said he would come. He'd probably be a little bit late because he had a function last night. But do we know what's happening with the schools in the area?
I know when I did my tour and met with him the last time I was here, he said he has about 80% of students that have returned. However, they are operating in shifts so that they can meet all the needs of the students. He said about maybe 5 to 10% of the students are being served in other schools just because, you know, their homes are completely demolished. And so some of those kids are getting their education in Kingston, and then some of those young people have moved abroad, you know, just so that they can have some security.
So there's so much to be done in these communities, which is one of the reasons, Muta, that we have been saying that all the help that came in, whether it's through the containers, whether it is through the IMF, whether it is through, and IMF isn't a help, it's a loan, but whether it's through the insurance companies, that do we find ourselves in the PJ Patterson trap that talks about hostile tribes fighting for scarce benefits and spoils, and to what extent this is being played out across Jamaica in the aftermath of the hurricane? We've been to so many parishes and it looks eerily similar to that point.
Something came up Cabo, a while ago, I think mentioned by Niambe. The displacements of families. You have your good family, probably 4 or 5 of you living in the same home, having dinner together and all of that. No, you don't have a home. 2 gone off to Kingston to live with auntie, 1 gone off foreign to uncle. And this family structure is no longer in place. I mean, for this family who was going well, I mean, go to school.
So even as we talk about community, we're talking about each family, the ability of the family and the capacity of the family to survive together. This is something, I know I do have to take a break. Let me take a break and come back.
All right.
Join the national...
The community, whether you're gathering here from Westmoreland or you're coming in from out of town, because we're doing this in the name of Peter Tosh, 50 years of legalize it. So there are just so many different areas to focus on, but at the same time to hear from each person, or as many persons as possible, that we can hear from today. I know that right just so under the tent, we've got a few. So Nick, maybe we'll just hear from some of our brothers and sisters. And how are you doing, my brother?
Not too bad.
Where are you coming from?
I'm coming from Savlama, a place they call Russia.
How are things in Russia?
Why? It's very bad, you know, because...
Stand this way for me, please.
Well, I'm going to tell you a history about the storm and the shelter where they say they have inside. When the storm was coming, I have to leave my home and go to Godfrey Stewart, because they said that is a shelter. When I go there, and when the storm is coming, I witness the water coming in, the zinc them blowing off, and we have some elder people inside the schoolroom. We have kids. And I tell you, say, Cabo, I have to get to work. I have to get the little kids, them like 2-year-old, 3-year-old, young band. I have to go in the rain, take them out the classroom because water coming and breeze is blowing. I have to take them, bring them to another classroom. And an elder lady, she was trembling. The way the water coming in upon her and wet, and I have to take her and bring her upstairs. While when the zinc is blowing, I have to lift her up and bring her upstairs to put in. But those shelter, those are not shelter.
My brother, thank you so much that you were on spot, and that like a good neighbor and a person that's a good community member, you actually helped out the way that you did. It could have been worse. What's the situation with those shelters now? Are people out of those shelters?
Yeah, well, yeah, people are out, but some of them still live down here because there are some people come around, take their name, their ID, their phone number, and say they're going to give them some money or a bill or get a tent and put them in there. But you have most of them live there because some of the people say they cannot wait on government. Some of the people them take like the zinc, them will bend up the board, them will destroy and then fix them up and then make a little one room, a little thing for the time being. Just a little thing, just can shelter from the Jew.
So people are living like that today in Sav?
Well, some of them get their things together because people build back their house. They don't wait on government. They go and build a little place where they can put their head, and then after now, the government will come and do what they have to do. So,
well, do you want to say anything to the authorities, to the government, in terms of what is urgent for them to do in Sav?
Well, I like to say to the government, you need to do more for the people. Yeah, you need to do more for the people because I heard how much million come to the government. That's what I heard, how much million come to the government. And right now, Cabo, me not see that money spent in the community them. And we know that the Prime Minister get a lot of help from everybody overseas, how much million he get. And up to now, me not see the money I spend. Only just a little tip in the box where my grow and I try to give people. You understand? So you need to do more. You need to do more for the people because right now, your people don't have no current and no water. We have right on early, we have water and we have current, but certain places don't have current and water like up here. So I can think for myself alone. I have to think for everybody in Jamaica.
So the most urgent thing you would say for those people in Sav would be water, electricity,
and shelter.
Oh, shelter would be on top of that list. Yeah, so they are in makeshift homes, you're saying? They're in makeshift homes. Them use zinc and just build up something.
Yeah, and they use woodman and they just put on some of them roof that blow off. They just get the zinc, them were damaged and then straighten them out and they help each and every one, help each other. And then nail them up and set up that they have a shelter where they can, because they say they cannot wait because you say you wait on government, that's a waste of time. Waste of time, sorry. That is waste of time. You can't sit down and wait on government. You cannot do that. You have to do things for yourself. Because most of the time government fail us.
It is a pity that we're not seeing the help coming to the communities faster. But it's not every community that's going through that, and this is why I talked about the hostile tribes for scarce benefit and spoils, because there seems to be a kind of a tribal way in how communities are being dealt with. I don't have a horse in this race, so I'm just saying what I see, and this is basically what I've seen. I've been to other communities, but it is what it is.
It's amazing that whether on the radio or you just interview people all over, everybody that I hear talk say them don't think the government are doing enough. And them know that the government can do more. Because the budget talk about $1 million, it's not million budget, it's billions of dollars them get from places where they never even know, so they give them money. You understand? So it's amazing that I don't find nobody up to now, all the people whom I talk to. I say, boy, I'm in love with the government are doing.
The reason for that, I think, Mucha, is that there are some communities that are, they are getting help. And they are seeing the help. The people who are complaining, you would understand that these would be saying that the people who need help, they're the ones who are actually complaining. So I suppose it's a bit skewed because we're not hearing from the people who are literally getting help. We're hearing from the people who are still struggling. And we're hearing mainly from the people who are struggling, not necessarily with electricity and water, but with shelter. So when somebody is without a roof over your head, like places in Santa Cruz, off Santa Cruz in St. Elizabeth, and not town Santa Cruz, but off. Our friend Joy Morgan. I mean, she's in that area. And I speak with her once a week at least. And what she's seeing in that area, she's at her wit's end in terms of the lack of help. Not for Santa Cruz town, because she points that out to me, but the communities of Santa Cruz. That is St. Elizabeth. The people who are suffering because they do not have a roof over their head. We're concerned not just for the fact that we don't have no shelter, But on top of that, they're also hungry. And this is what we're getting from those communities. Here in Westmoreland, and we have come to this place, and you were just saying to Niambe, where are the people? Because we were just here 4 months ago, and just driving through the areas where there used to be a whole lot of homes, a whole lot of houses. Yeah. They are not there. Where are the people? We're hearing that families are separated. Families are separated. Yeah. When families are separated in a disaster, that is, it's very difficult to rebuild communities that way, you know. And I suppose these are some of the things.
And Cabo, that in itself is another disaster.
That in itself is another disaster.
I mean, you live with your mother and father, and I mean, you know, come Sunday you're getting a nice dinner, probably 3 different protein type, some vegetable on the side, probably some sauce-up juice, whether they use milk or they just do it straight. But you know the family, and you look forward to things on your family. I go home with homework, and mommy and daddy are going to help me. Our big sister, big brother going to help me, and you know, me have GSAT to come up or whatever it is, pepper or whatever. You know the structure. You probably plan to go Disneyland or somewhere, go Rebel Salute. So you know.
But Nick, the bottom line of all of that is to say that communities are devastated on the backside of this. And see, we're looking at 4 months out, October, is it 4 months out? We're going 4 months yet? No, right, I mean.
Yeah, 4 months.
4 months.
In next week, it will be 4 full months.
And I suppose what is setting in is the apathy, is the anger too. That we're getting from some people. But at the same time, we're hearing that people are working together. Communities are working together. People helping people. I see a young lady behind her. She's shaking her head. Everything we say, how you do, my sister? Talk. How you?
I'm Violet Thompson from McCall Point District. The government needs to send people in the community off the main to assist the people them in the hills. The people them that get little assistment is private people who pass on the main. But the people them that off the main, they don't get any help. The tarpaulin that they hand out, tear, weird out. When the rain fall, the same people wet up. The bed wet. The kids them torment. The government need to do more
and
to the community.
This is happening even now?
Yes, miss. There's a lot of community need help. I'm from McCall Point, and from the hurricane, maybe if I see 6 people come up there to handle anything up there.
And these 6 people, are they government people or people who are just assistant?
No, they are private people. I can remember Miss Kitty, and I can remember some people from Darlistan. I don't know if they are completely from Darlistan, but I can remember them. And I see 2 different trucks, one from Kingston, and I think one was from, I don't remember where that one from, but we have neither road, nor water, nor light, nothing done to McCall Point District, which is in Westmoreland.
And the houses, people have lost houses there, lose their move.
All the houses in McCall Point damaged, some demolished, and there is no help, no assistance to McCall Point people house. Not McCall Point alone. All about where we go and see the community and destroy, there is no help. And the next thing I think the government should do, the $20,000 that he's telling people to go and register a certain place. You can't expect, say, he gonna give away $20,000 into a community and people must go and register. You're gonna expect everybody gonna be there. And when everybody gonna be there, millions, thousands of people.
I saw that.
He need to go into the community, send the people them into the community and register the people them that they can get assistance to the $20,000. And there's a lot of people in different communities where houses don't register. Their houses demolished and they don't register. There's old people who can't walk. Some don't have any TRN, some don't have any ID. And when the people at the NIS come out, they said, there is no host.
What about the member? Who's a member of parliament?
Cabo, I don't think the member of parliament doesn't have any thing or any control in that. That's a Ministry of Labour thing. And it's not just straightforward.
But who is a member of parliament?
The member of parliament is Mr. Dayton Campbell. and for this area, and the council is Mr. Jackson.
But what I know about the 20th.
Dayton, I hope you're listening and hearing. I know
that. Them are write down the places where the people them are talk about.
Yes, I know. That you were on my program. You the first. You cried after the hurricane on the program, and I know your heart is in a good place. But here. I
just wanted to explain something about the 20,000 because we were at 3 different places doing broadcasts with that. First of all, you must prove that you're not earning. So, and that $20,000 was necessarily for hurricane relief. It was a project in the Christmas, hopefully you can eat a good Christmas dinner and all of that. That is if you're not employed, if you're paying NIS, I think that you're not qualified.
But it was beyond Christmas because I saw in one of the communities where thousands of people turned out to one venue. For the 20,000, and it was chaotic, and it was after Christmas.
We went to Westmoreland. Little London. They did Westmoreland one in Little London. They did St. Elizabeth one in Black River. Yeah, thousands of people turn out, but many people turn out to learn that they're not qualified because once you are earning, you're not qualified.
So Nick, all right. So you can explain that to us as a journalist and somebody who is also in a managerial position at IRFM. The fact that people turn out, it means the communication was poor. So what have you? Because we saw that that was vulgar. That was
people heard about
demeaning.
it from each other.
People lost their dignity. I watch this. I watch people who are just there on their TikTok just showing the scene and just hear people in the background. So what it appears to me is poor communication. So people went thinking what they're going to get what wasn't there for them, wasn't available for them. I think in sensitive times like these, you centralize too much, that there have to be in each community. And it's not supposed to be so political either. It not to be councillor and MP and them. But there must be areas that people can go in various communities to get assistance, to ask questions. Everything can be so centralized. That is what the SDC is usually for. The SDC, so what happened to the SDC? The best mobilizers in this country was always. Do you notice that the SDC is not on this? Where's the SDC? What has happened to the SDC? SDC stands for social,
Yeah.
So who is the Minister of Social?
I think SDC is under Ministry of Local Government.
If they're the wrong place, I'll take a break. I will come back. If they're the wrong place.
Expungement of criminal records provides eligible Jamaicans with a second chance at life.
Back with you live from PATER Memorial Gardens here in Belmont, Bluefield. What is this? Scarborough, the international audience, people from Ghana, Senegal, UK, Poland, sending in comments, or in the online, watching on YouTube from Ghana, Poland, the UK, where else? And thank you so much. Shamara is reading your comments. Who else? Shane? All right, so Shane's reading your comments. Thank you so much for watching from across the world internationally. And also, much as we talk about those watching from across the world, we remember and always foreground Cuba, because Cuba is now in a chokehold. Cuba is in a stranglehold put there by the Donald Trump and the United States government. Cuba is used to being sanctioned and under sanction, but this is a little bit different this time around. So no oil.
Cabo Peter Tosh didn't say this one, but we want to know massacre really run.
That is quite true.
It's really frightening. I mean, Cuba is just a neighbor. It doesn't take much for that
90 miles from your son.
To be around our necks as well, 90 miles. It doesn't take much. We were like celebrating when we were not on certain things, but now we're reaching it frozen application for immigrant visa, and it's coming our way.
And this is one of the reasons, and Muta myself was talking about this off air, which is, this is one of the reasons why we have this fear coming from Caribbean countries, and not just from Jamaica. We have at the leadership level, where leaders in the Caribbean seem to be shell-shocked, so afraid to comment, to make any decisions outside of what the United States government wants, Marco Rubio and him friend him. But at the same time, we have moved, and I don't know if you see this, that former prime ministers, for example, in Jamaica, are coming out and talking, but it doesn't have the same effect.
Who's more there?
PJ Patterson, and there was a third. Who was the other one?
Yeah, well, you know, it's a baby Trump, otherwise called the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Him can't say certain things because him knows say him link with Israel and America. Because we can't take out the Israel thing out of it.
No, not at all. Not for a minute.
Israel and America is part of the program where him designed for Jamaica. So when you hear people say, Jamaica must say this and Jamaica must say that, him not going to say nothing.
As a matter of fact, the Prime Minister said, and this is what people are ignoring, he said Jamaica, meaning his government, made a decision a long time ago before we even started talking about whether or not the government has a choice. And you can see through the actions of Jamaica. So we have to listen to what they're doing and not so much what they're saying. Because he said, listen, so we made that decision and now we see the action. And the action is really to side with the United States on every decision made by Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance. Yes. But there's also a level of fear, though. This is the thing that there's a level of fear.
But some people say, why in the interest of the Jamaican citizens, they have to use diplomacy. I mean, how much diplomacy? Remember when South Africa did the on the map, and we African people resent that and say, no, we will never have nothing to bargain with. The Jamaica said, no to apartheid.
A lot of that was led, obviously politicians were involved, but a lot of that was led by people like yourself. It was in the industry, the entertainment industry, the music industry, the artists, the poets.
The music and all these things.
Yes. But that is absent now.
No,
what has happened?
It's absent now. So we realize now, say, what we're living in now is a fear factor by these people now who run the place. To feel like, say, them can't do nothing about it, or else the Jamaican people are going to feel it like how them say now, Cuba feel it. And you know, say Russia are intervening at that. I don't know if you hear about it.
I heard, and I know also that Mexico has sent 2 ships already in terms of sending oil. Russia, we heard sending oil. We heard China is also going to be sending oil. But we want to know what has actually happened. We know for sure that Mexico did. What can Jamaica do? Because we have direct flights that are still going to Cuba. Can we send over-the-counter drugs, for example? Cuba... hospitals are affected. Garbage is piling up because the garbage trucks cannot collect the rubbish. I know that people we see where they're making tricycles now and moving around with that. Cuba is in darkness, but there is an urgency because it is genocide that is being forced upon Cuba right in front of our eyes. We don't know what's happening in the hospitals. We don't know what's happening to pregnant mothers. A lot of information that we should be able to get out of Cuba, we're not getting. We should be there as journalists because we can still take a plane to go to... Nick, why IRFM not in Cuba?
We'll discuss it.
Okay.
Them to have the money.
Me and Mucha will go. We'll go, won't we?
Yeah.
Me and Mucha will go.
Of course. I don't want to go from the other day when they talk about gang take over Yeti. And we know some no gang take over.
Exactly. That's another situation.
And then the man send soldiers go down a Yeti to kill the gang them. I know say, trust me, them could have killed a little more. Them now go down the spirit of the IT.
You cannot kill the revolution, no matter how.
So really and true, them try to kill Castro 60 at time or more. And them dead pan him bed. At 90 years old.
Peacefully and sleep.
And Cuba will survive, but then we also, because listen, Haiti, IG went through all of that and still going through that. This is in the region, you know, just next door to us, just across the waters, Haiti, and then just over the other side, Cuba. What makes us so different? Why do we think that we're so special?
But we're seeing it, Cabo. We're seeing it. We are appearing on the list now, and so all of those people whose mother and cousin and uncle and whoever was filing for them, that frozen right now. So you're grounded right now. What is going to be the position?
What next? What next? And
I don't think the world has ever seen it like this till now. Where it's not only Jamaica, Europeans, all kind of countries are afraid to speak out. A lot of countries, superpowers, mighty powers are silent.
But you still have a so-called global south who are banding together and coming together in a way that we have never seen before, which is ushering in what Marcon is jumping on, which is the so-called New World Order, which is a digital dystopia, which is technocracy and transhumanism. But it is going to happen. And we see China emerging as the new leader of this New World Order. So that is happening one way or the other. It's just that we find ourselves as a nation on the wrong side of history. Jamaica find ourselves on the wrong side of history. Where we go from here, you know, whether KSR community, whether slaves or free men or free people, depend on the action that we continue to take. And we're not, well, anyway.
And it's like how we are talking so now. You see if certain things happen, they must say why. You see the one when they moved and the one when they Cabo, and them cause them thing there, you know.
This is why I shut up. This is why I shut up. That's exactly why I said, you know, let me just leave it there because...
Not shutting up. Yeah, that is what they want. Because too much of it gone, come dead for this. You know, see it? And certain things still not change. And now we're in a situation where we can't change the thing. We still make a shut up business that go on now. You know, see it? So if we really stand it and know, say, a whole heap of our ancestors dead for this. And then the Bible say a day like this, where we could have stand up here so now, and that's what we say, put a microphone, and it'll beam all over the world.
And even as we and as you said, right here, so is even you know, critical because we're talking about coming in a space, a material manifestation point where Peter Tosh, I tell you all the while that you remind me so much of Peter Tosh, but it is true over the years.
You know what?
You remind me so much of Peter Tosh. But yeah, you do. Maybe that's how we always buck up.
That's why we are buck up at the tomb all the while.
But no, but to be here, you know, on the 50th anniversary of Legalize It. 50 years ago, Peter Tosh was saying legalize it. I mean, even that was radical. It come like I don't know. But
lashing feet out of half a tree.
Well, man, Buckingham Palace. Come on, play that yet. Light up your spliff. Make a bonnet in a Buckingham Palace. But we have to go to a break. But just before we take the break, so let me just give you, you know, because I know you're talking a little bit more about Cuba and IT and what our responsibilities are. No, we the people have full responsibility, yes or no?
You know, say, I have a feeling that me and Matley have more balls. I will not say balls. She have more clits than...
She ain't dumped that.
That is... Mount a giant church, you know, when that the microphone in front of
I'm probably we shouldn't play into certain hypocrisy because it can't be in the dictionary and can't be said on the radio.
No, not go so.
And it can't be, isn't it in all our biology books?
You see,
that which we won't mention again.
No.
Shane, let's take a break. Let's take a break.
The UCC Business Development and Consulting Institute introduces the Starting a Business 101 workshop. Dive into the fundamentals of...
And I was left hanging with I want to ask a question. But before I ask the question, I can tell you something. There's a tune that Queen Africa make name, Daddy Don't Touch Me Dear. And I was told not to play that tune.
Who told you that, Mojo?
Wait. There was a tune named I Shot the Sheriff. And them say, I must play that tune. Ask Shane.
Shane.
Wait.
Because see, when
I went to a conference.
Mojo, hang on a sec. Yeah. This has to be corrected, you know. Because when Queen Africa's song came out, I was a program manager at IRFM. At no time did I ever tell you.
It's not you. No, it's not. No.
Not to play Queen Africa. As a matter of fact, I had.
Never say you wasn't there.
But the thing about this song is that there has been at IRFM a lie propagated by people that I know.
Whosoever.
I know, I can tell you who, but I won't do it on air. That Queen Africa song was banned. Now, basically, there is a story behind that I have refused to talk about for years, and I will not talk about it right here. But somebody didn't want her song played on radio. What I did was to invite her into the studio on my program, Sex Wise.
I did hear that.
And had her in the studio talking about the song. Not only that, I played the song very often, and everybody else could play the song. It was never banned. I was a program manager. IRFM don't ban songs. I can tell. I don't know if it happened since I leave, but we have never banned a song.
Where did the letter come from?
It is coming as a lie, Motor.
Yeah.
Believe me when I tell you this.
Yeah.
Let me look in the camera.
No.
That has always been a vicious lie, told by someone who worked at IRFM for that person's own selfish, narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopathic, dark triad reason. It was never banned. Never banned.
Okay.
Never banned. And I've said to Queen Africa and Tony Rebel over time, stop saying that because you know it is not.
Tony Rebel say it too?
They used to say it back in the day.
Eh?
It's not you alone say it, you know. That quite a few people say it because of how that lie was spread.
All right.
But that song, speaking as somebody who's been a program manager at IRFM for over 20 years,
yes.
It was never banned.
I accept what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
And I am saying that the letter that I got never have your name underneath it. But here what I say now, when I had a meeting, a conference thing with the Broadcasting Commission, them call me to say something. And I look for Cardell Green, and I say, Cardell Green, what is it that the data is saying that we shouldn't play? And I say, what you talking about? I say, Daddy, don't talk me there. Him say, no, man, it's not banned, man.
Broadcasting Commission would not have banned that.
Wait, no.
It was never banned,
Some say, it's not banned, Rasta. And all the while, I have to tune, I play the Spanish version. Come and know them not that which I say, all right.
But you listen to Running African, and you know I play that song over and over and over.
But we, no.
So how could that song
when we say,
be
so I'm to I shot the sheriff.
Well, that's a whole different story.
Them say, oh, see there? Them say,
that was after I left.
That never banned.
No, that was after.
Cardell Green. And you are the Broadcasting Commissioner, man. We are tasked or you know. Me, I will go back up. Ask Shane. Ask Shane.
No, I don't know about that because I wasn't there when that happened.
No, I tell you what happened to me.
Shane, I shot the sheriff was banned?
No, not that I know.
All right.
Yeah. It was never banned. There are some things that sometimes people.
But I know there was a discussion around it though.
Yeah, let me tell you something. There are times when DJs and presenters probably don't want to play a particular song, and they'll tell the artist at the song ban. I have had to deal with that over my lifetime as a program manager.
I never see the letter, you know.
It wasn't, Muta, you think it's a letter, you know, because of how things normally come. But one of the things that don't happen at Irie, under my watch or Mr. Young's watch, is to put anything like that in writing. Yeah, because we know from experience that anything we put in writing goes back to the artist. So we don't normally put nothing in writing like that. Not only that, under my watch as program manager, I have never banned any song. And IRFM has not banned any song. What happened is that the Broadcasting Commission will say to the station, we got a complaint about a song, please send that song in so that we can listen to it. So that once a song is gone into the Broadcasting Commission so that they can vet it to see if it's against any breach of IRFM's license, then we will say to the presenter, not to the whole staff, but to the presenter or the DJ, The Broadcasting Commission wrote to us about a song you played. They are vetting it. In the meantime, you might want to hold off playing it until we hear back. 95% of the time, the Broadcasting Commission write back and say, nothing is wrong. So we say, nothing is wrong. If the Broadcasting Commission says that there's something wrong with the song, we put on our good shoes, our good clothes, and we go up to the Broadcasting Commission. And we refute that.
Yes.
We just like Anthony B. song.
Fire Upon Rome.
The Fire Upon Rome is the only song that the Broadcasting Commission stood up and said, you cannot play it. Under my watch, the only song I know that them say you can't play on the radio was Anthony B's Fire Upon Rome.
I know, say, and after me, I can't play it.
Chuck Fender too.
I never play it, I
them and
read the
like
words. As a poet, I read the words.
Gash them and like them.
Yeah.
Yes, was another one.
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't want to get the thing out of my head. Where that's about.
Yeah.
I just make a statement a while ago. And I use a word. And the man say, everybody open out them eye. Why?
But it was a joke though.
Why I cannot say that?
But it was a joke though, Mujo. People were joking.
People were joking.
Yeah, because
him say, him.
No, he was backing it.
That is it. Me no know. You need to put a mindset. I was the one backing you. So it's in the dictionary. I'm saying it is in the dictionary.
Clip.
Yeah, in the dictionary. Yeah, I'm saying it's in the dictionary. Nothing is wrong with it. So you're buying for the wrong one. I was the one.
I was the one who said Shane dump that, and I was joking because.
Yeah, all right. I'm joking.
So before you crucify me, I was the one.
All right, I apologize.
Yeah, man.
But I am saying no. If I talk about something pertaining to a woman, I say clitoris. And everybody won't know them eye.
But Muta, you're standing beside somebody who hosted a program named Sex Wise long before people were talking about sex on the radio.
You're not supposed to say sex on the radio.
But remember that I came under a lot of pressure for talking about the clitoris. Remember, we even wrote a poem about that. And remember, there was a caller who called in and said, Doctor, how do I find it? Do I need the caller said, Doctor, do I need a flashlight? Yeah. And that became a big thing. That is in my poetry book.
All right, so
to show you exactly.
Deeper thing now than the clitoris, sorry. I am going to say it plain.
Shane, stand by. Red button.
No, Shane can't cut it, Rasta.
No, not to cut it, but to dump it.
All right, you may say no. Yeah. Jamaican man have a way to tell a next man, say must go suck him mother.
Dump that, Shane.
No. Yes, if I say dump it, them know what me say. All right. So
because there's a way we say this now.
Right,
we say SYM.
Don't make me lose my track.
No, Muja, we say SYM so that you can continue on.
Don't make me lose my head.
Because it's still a commercial station.
You know where I say.
So we say SYM.
Up to last man tell me that. Not him tell me when me have that song. I call him and say, Bridget, you never suck your mother yet.
SYM. Look here, dump that again, Shane.
Yeah, no, man. Yeah.
And I don't work at IRA anymore. I mean, I'm only there on a Sunday.
All right, keep SYM. The people that move there also know what me I say. Me say, you know, say, 4 years me I suck my mother. I mean, never see nothing wrong with it.
All right, so I understand.
So you know, I don't know one day.
No. I mean, Shane already. No. Hold on, don't get me wrong. You know, Shane already knows. And listen, I don't. You're a manager at IRA. I am just a former managing.
I don't want a man.
I'm just a former.
Feel say everything a man say against woman. I'm making it feel like say it's a terrible thing you must say because if you take resentment to it, you sure say it's a bad word.
No, and it's not resentment, you know. It has to do with the time of day. That's certain because when you have children listening, for example, and it's not that you can't say on the radio. It is that the way our radio is configured. Yeah. It just,
hear that, Shane? Don't dump me.
No,
at 1 o'clock.
No, so let's be very serious about this, Donna, because as I'm saying, I don't work at IRFM anymore as a program manager, but I know enough to say that there's certain language that we use, that there's a watershed area, right?
Yes,
watershed time.
Yes.
That you say between 6 a.m. and 2 p.m., between 2 p.m. and 9 p.m., between 9 p.m. and back again at 2 p.m. So this is what I am mindful of, even as I stand beside
even
you.
a similar way where alcohol and stuff, we can't broadcast it. We can promote them before, I think, 11 a.m., 11, 12. So, I mean...
You know what Jamaican people?
I am also
mindful. You know what Jamaican people? Them use obia to say a bad thing. You ever hear them say that?
Yeah, man. There was a debate. And
most of the reggae artists, when they sing about obia, them see that a negative thing. No, I know see obia as a negative thing. You know, see? And as a matter of fact, it's in the dictionary too. So what me I say now? I say, there is certain things that I create that eventually become bad word. You know, see? And that is what is happening to these words and these sayings where we say to one another. That true, it's say in a certain negative way. Because we can use some words. You know, someone win a lottery. And them say, BC, win.
No, but they have that on the internet too, you know, the way how that particular word is used. How
no,
it sound,
you know, but you can't say.
When it's a good thing, when it's a bad thing. I mean, they have the different sounds.
Yeah, but so if me say BC moving the lottery, it's all right for say.
Not on the radio, but
you know that me I say.
When it is okay to say it on the radio is when you are talking about South Africa and you have to say that the South Africa has the Lebombo Mountains, or when you say that and the Lebombo women are the first women of mathematics. This is a word that we know exists, and we are fighting for that word to be liberated, because that word in Jamaica has been criminalized.
Yes.
So we ask, what happened to the Lebombo Mountains? What happened to the Lebombo women who were the first women of mathematics?
In Belgium, there's a festival in Belgium. Big when you're going at the stadium. See the man we know me I talk about it. It's the BC Festival.
That's right. I know of a festival, and remember, even as we come from PATER TOSH Memorial Gardens, where this is ground zero to talk about a word like that.
See, it's a ranch right there, right beside you.
Right, exactly.
Right,
but as you know, this program, the Africa Forum, there's hardly a Sunday where we not talk about this word, because we think that this word must be liberated. Yeah, because we think the word must be liberated. And one of the things that I have been doing on the Africa Forum for the last 10 years is to try to liberate this word by saying I've even linked with people from South Africa who are reporting back to me from the Lebombo Mountains. Not only that, what I've said for the last 10 years is that if our children knew that we were the first developers of mathematics, and this is not science fiction, this is the truth. And see the university lecturer, Nadi Meda, this is the truth of science. This is exactly the truth, that mathematics, as far back as you can go to who first developed mathematics, you can go only as far as the Lebombo women. They have not gone beyond that. There might be a time when they will go beyond that, and that's fine. But for now, the women of the Lebombo Mountains, they use the baboon fibula to calculate their monthly periods on that and to work out a mathematical formula. And so we have that bone, the Lebombo bone, and there's another, I think, the Ishango bone also, but that is after the Lebombo bone. Now, I'm saying that if we understood that that is where mathematics came from, and that they criminalize the word so as to ensure that we wouldn't know that we were the first mathematicians, then we probably would all be fighting for the liberation of the word.
I am fighting for the liberation of the word, no matter what.
Yes, I agree.
I can say it, and remember, so ratted with the radio, you know. I may apologize.
But remember also that until you start saying ratted on radio, nobody was saying ratted. Nobody could say that. You liberated ratted. So that came through.
Liberation.
No, but that came through the cutting edge way back in the day. And remember when you said it first as a program manager, I was saying that you can't say
word, yeah.
Well, we have been trying to liberate it for 10
years.
No,
for not say it. See it on t-shirt, you know.
Right. But it is what it is. I mean, the word has to be liberated.
All right.
Because we have
if you listen to the Peter Tosh song, hey, when you can't play that tune there, listen to the Peter Tosh, listen to the Peter Tosh song and hear what I say about the word.
Yes, I've listened to it over and over. And our listeners and our audience. Muja, we need our own radio station.
Let me know that. But
that is the bottom line, because as it is now, we are working through the airwaves of a radio station owned by others. It's a commercial radio station, and they have their protocols and their policies. Now, what we need is our own media. It's simple. We need our own satellites. We need our own media. We need Joe.
The ganja man,
we need to do a Joe Rogan.
We need radio station. I go last night when the ganja, they're like, whoa. In Orange Hill, the capital for ganja. So we have to call up on some of them people there.
And Aldous will join the station. And Netherlands, she working at the station. So we need, come here. Aldous.
Oh.
So a media person, and you join the station. Don't we need our own station?
That's what we have to do. It's what we gonna name it? What we gonna name it?
No, we don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Oh.
But we just say, we need a radio station where we can freely say certain Jamaican things without feeling insecure about why we say it.
Well, we can start online.
We can start. This one, so we need. Yeah.
No, me have what them call it?
YouTube channel.
A YouTube channel.
That's where we do it.
You want to hear it there?
Yes.
We can't say it on the radio.
Well, we can't say it, and there it goes back to who owns the station and the fact that your broadcast license comes through the Ministry of Information. You know, so yeah, we're working with restrictions. Yes. The Faculty of Social Sciences, Sociology, Psychology, and Social Work presenting Black History Month Centennial Lecture Series. And Michael is here. Michael, quickly tell us about that. So it's right beside you there.
Yes, Cabo. So essentially, this is the last in the series because this is the centennial.
We're hearing you loud and clear. There's a shout.
Don't show. Of Black
Centennial.
History Month. 1926, Carter G. Woodson initiated Black History Month, February 1926 in the U.S. And I want to tell all the people, Black History Month is not just a Black American, African American thing. It's an all-white African thing. So long as you're Black, you're African, you're supposed to be interested in Black History Month.
Michael, I'm sorry to cut
Very
you.
quickly, yes. The Forum, Malefi, Kete, Asante, the founder of the Afrocentric paradigm, is being flown out of Philadelphia, Temple University. I know him long time, my mentor. Malefi Kete Asante will be here Thursday, the 26th of February, this coming Thursday, at UWI Mona campus, multifunctional room, 6 p.m., 9 p.m., talking about the transformative power of Black history. And that is how we are going to seal up Black History Month over at UWI, courtesy of me and 1 and 2 colleagues in the department. Malefi Kete Asante.
So this is going to be on Thursday. That's Thursday coming? Is it Thursday coming? Yes. Yeah, Thursday coming at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. multifunctional room at UWI. Malefi Kete Asante will be here in Jamaica. Thank you so much for that, Michael.
It's so sweet that we just segue into Peter Tosh about the words them Peter Tosh used.
Yes.
Me stand up and hear Peter Tosh say some things on stage. I mean, I saw the police them now locking up. Yeah.
And but police locking up young artists now for the very same words.
But we know Peter Tosh do a show in the stadium with Bonavilla, Sly and Robbie and thing. And them not say one word. Not even a word there. That them can say when I take him off on the stage. I don't know, everybody's surprised. Because I've never hear Peter Tosh do a performance yet and never say one of them sweet, beautiful Jamaican words. So it's just nice how we segue into it.
I think we have to reclaim our ancestral tongue, and a lot of the that come from our ancestral tongue, they have been in Jamaica as bad words. These words, we would have been liberated even by understanding through our own mother tongue that what the word means. So we have so this is
one cross my mind. You know, say a man buck him to him say, Jesus Christ. And I'm not relevant him to, you know. But him say Jesus Christ. You know, say a man a picnic do something wrong. Him say, boy, I'm going to kill you, know. Jesus Christ, look how you show me things. A different way, I'm with lottery, you know.
If you go up in the church or me go up in you couldn't say Jesus Christ, like that is taking the Lord's name in vain.
And that come to.
Okay.
Say, when a man win all the lottery, and say, Jesus Christ, I win the lottery. And the same way them use that word, I know. At the same way. That means that this word is not a legal word. And it can be used in many ways.
It was
deliberate. Ban Jesus Christ.
Muta, this word has been deliberately criminalized because it is a word that will liberate our brains from darkness.
Yes.
It was a word that teaches that we are mathematicians, that we develop mathematics. That is why it banned. But if we take a plane right now and go South Africa and drive towards the Lebombo Mountain, it is the same word. So when did it change from leaving South Africa to here? So I think we have a responsibility to liberate all of the words. Kuno, Muno. I mean, all of the Bantu words that we have lost or that they have criminalized, and it's not that one or two. Anyway, we're literally out of time. And let me just say thanks. Normally we go on and ask if you have anybody to say hello to, and we never do that. Nick, just can you... Anybody want to say hello to anyone quickly for a minute? A minute? Quick.
Yeah, Philly, seeing big up Kensington area, seeing Spencer Aleman there, Rastafari, yeah, King Selassie, yeah. IRF, Philly.
Guys, give thanks.
Let's say love IRFM to the world. Yes, truly, Shabby Night, I love you. Muta Baruch, I love it, and I can't even tell you.
Give thanks.
Everyone,
give thanks.
I'm Sister Eilib from Belmont. Peter TOSH is my family, and I'm bigging up the whole Belmont, Bluefields, Jamaica.
Give thanks.
And Muta Baruka.
Give thanks, my sister.
I love him in California. All the ladies love him.
All right, give thanks.
Give thanks to everybody in Jamaica and worldwide today. My name is Sheila Perry Powell. Peter TOSH touched me when I was a kid. I am 78 years old, and I lived in Greenwich Farm. And then used to come down to Greenwich Farm, and my first husband used to be a barber, and he used to cut Bob Marley here. He used to cut Peter TOSH here, flat top, who cut and the Mighty Diamond them, and the tight foot pants. And I'm still alive today, and I big it up for all of Peter TOSH and his family.
Give thanks,
because he always respect me. The last concert I was in New York at the Beacon Theater with him, they mash up the concert circuit up the big boy, fire gunshot. Everybody have to run out and get chopped up.
Remind us of your name.
My name is Sheila Perry Powell.
Give thanks, my sister. Give thanks.
53 years, and I love Peter TOSH from my youth till now.
Give thanks.
Yes, morning. Big up my wife, Christine in McAlpine, and my mother, Nelsie Duane, and all my brothers and sisters, coming from you and otherwise known as Bob. Big up yourself to Kabu. I listen to your program every Sunday. That's why I'm here too.
Give thanks.
Yeah, respect Sister Kabu.
Just a minute.
Yeah, respect Sister Kabu. My respect, Mama Love. And yes, Father Mota, Father Love. Yeah, bless up, my Lord.
Give thanks. Anyone else need to say hello quickly?
So Ryan, I want to talk about your shirt, man. Ryan.
Blessings. It's a pleasure to be here.
And your shirt?
You know what my shirt say.
Yeah, we know your shirt say, yes.
I'd like to send blessing to all Peter Zeal and White House crew, coming from one worky. Brother Mota, my teacher. Sister Kabu, my principal. Me listen to no straight.
Give thanks, my brother. Muta, you're gonna continue for work, right? I say you're gonna juggle right now. You're gonna juggle right after this. I didn't say a juggle, you're gonna juggle after this. Your fault.
I know, I'm about to do it.
No, when is Muta?
No, I'll talk to you, promoter, man. I'll talk to Dave.
Where's Dave?
Where's Dave there?
Dave, we need to say at least hello to Dave. Dave TOSH, no, Dave, no. Ryan, where Dave there?
Where Dave there?
Where's Steve there? Steve, Dave, we're wrap up, Niambe.
So Steve, I walk like him now here. Steve, I go like him now here. So forward, man.
Niambe, we're wrapping up. Just a last
We
word.
can't talk for them, you know.
All right, I just want to big up the people that are here today and that are on their way, because that's what this is all about, community and coming together and celebrating the legacy. So big up everyone.
So Dave,
Look at Dave.
Steve, you know.
Look at Dave.
No.
Bless. Steve, walk on.
Dave,
everything.
How the program look? Tell me.
Yeah,
the program.
Yeah, we just, I'm here to tell the people them so we wrap up.
No, man, we wrap up running African. And then, so what we are asking, Muta go juggle, you know?
Yeah, what that?
We're up now. What that was say?
George Nooks ready to take the stage right now. Okay. So everybody stay focused, because like I said, I'm going to promise you that we want to make sure we stay at IRFM at least for the next 30 minutes.
You want to say anything to Big A? Good morning, Mr. Big A.
Mr. A, bless up yourself.
Nobody not tell Big A that you know.
And him not answer neither.
Big A, where you there, sir?
Big A.
In my ear, man.
You want to know, we just want 30 minutes off of your program. In my ear.
Put him not answer.
Put Big A on the microphone.
Put Big A on the microphone.
What 30 minutes off of your program to make the world know what?
You know, so you can't give the 30 minutes though, but go and tell him still.
Well, give it 35.
Well, you're my brethren. It don't work like that.
Big A talking now. Hold on. Yes, Big A.
No, me I said.
But Big A gone.
No, man, I'm here. No, hello?
Yeah, go on.
No, I am here. And I'm just saying. Yeah, man, the program at the station, or the way the program set, is not going to facilitate that, my brethren.
Mm-hmm. Dave, you have any answer for Big A?
Okay. Well, all right. Well, you know, we're just gear up for next year. So you better be prepared.
All right.
Big A, hear that, sir?
Yeah, man, I hear that.
You better be prepared. You hear that, man? Anyway, go on, go down here, Big A. You don't want one t-shirt, but now no money for buy it, but we can ask Muta if he can buy it.
No, Muta, look, I'm a brethren, man. Muta, we spend our money and buy a t-shirt for me, man.
You hear that, Muta?
Big A.
You want me carry it down for you, Big A?
Yeah, I'm going to read with the t-shirt I'm off.
No, do not read it. Stop it.
Muta, is a t-shirt... Well, I know you don't wear a t-shirt, you know, so just buy one for yourself and as a souvenir and give it to my brethren. Give it to your brethren, which is me.
Big A.
Yes.
Big A.
Yeah, man.
Dave touch at that now.
Dave, what I got?
I can send there a t-shirt.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. How you mean?
All right, I think I would on the right way that for do it. I can't make it there, make the man them buy a t-shirt. I want to take bribe. No, well, we still are going to need the 35 minutes anyway.
All right, I'm not quite sure we're having this feedback, but thank you so much, Dave. Thank you for a beautiful day. We're not finished, as a matter of fact, right, Peter? We just have started. So on stage, George Nooks. Muta Aga juggle along with
Billy Slaughter.
You didn't know that Muta said you and Billy Slaughter juggle? All right, so this is always saying goodbye. Thanks to Shane Clark, Nicholas Evans, Nicholas Francis, Peter Broadbur, Shamara Preston, Vivian Stewart, Gregory White, Keith Faulkner. My name is Kabu on behalf of Moja Baruka. DJ Collision. No, sorry, Romaine is here today. Collision worked last night. And Deacon worked last week, Sunday. Big A, it's over to you. Take it away. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for coming out. And it's an all day until sun go down right here. So if you're on your way, come in still. Muta is going to be here and I'm juggling later. And George Nooks is taking the stage right now.